Hello, everyone. This is your boy Billy, and I am again ripping off Diversity in Comics because I admire his channel. So please don't accuse me of plagiarism. So I am here with Florence, Gualtzilla, and Ricardo. You guys can introduce yourselves if you want.
What is up?
Ricardo chiming in.
Hey guys.
Oh,
Okay,
I'll get this out of the way. I got this annoying little mutt down here that's gonna be barking at some point. So
Okay.
keep him down.
That is awesome.
Yeah, what's his name?
Wobbles.
Wobbles?
Yeah.
That is awesome.
I didn't know people still gave their names like their pets like pet names like that anymore. It seems like everyone gives them, human names.
Yeah, he's not my fake child. Like a lot of people think their dogs are.
Well, that's actually a funny thing. It seems like a lot of people have been replacing like kids with pets because they think having kids is too hard or something like that.
No, it's because they're all fucking retarded leftists.
Yeah, and it's normally
Well,
cats.
I know a lot of conservatives have pets, but they have them in like a more traditional sense.
Yeah, he's my dog. He's not my what would you call it, fur baby or some bullshit.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. No, I think the whole deal with that is your dogs start to imitate your behavior. So I've got a couple dogs, and one of them, man, she'll like lay on the couch, put her head on the pillow, lay down just like a fucking human does, and I'm like, did you learn that from us? What is this about?
Oh yeah. I mean,
Just get
cats do the same
comfortable.
thing. They they'll watch television. I think there's like a video where on YouTube where a cat's basically like sitting back on like the couch like a human and watching television.
Damn,
Yeah.
that's pretty
Yeah,
wild.
he's literally like lying on his back, sitting on his back and stuff. Yeah.
Hell yeah. My little Shih Tzu, she is infatuated with like iPads. If you have an iPad on, she'll like try to smell it, and she'll jump at it and shit like that. Funny to
Yeah.
me. I hope it doesn't like fuck her up like as far as like her visuals or anything like that. But
Well, I mean, some dogs like they'll like go after screens and stuff because like there could be another dog on the screen, so they'll like think like
Hell
another
yeah.
dog's playing with them.
Mine will lose his shit if there's a dog barking on the TV.
oh yeah, I've got a dog like that too. The male in my house, he's a lab. But yeah, if he hears a dog bark on the fucking TV, if a siren or a truck goes by, like an emergency vehicle, he will start howling at it. Like that dude is
So wait,
nuts.
did they explain why dogs hate the mailman? Like, what is the reason for that?
It's just an intruder, basically, if they're like guarding their territory. Somebody that doesn't come around often.
So no,
Okay, I would say because like when friends come by, I've seen dogs like seem to act very normal around them, but when the mailman comes, like they want to attack him.
yeah, that's probably just some old trope or something.
Okay, because yeah, dogs seem to generally not like the mailman.
We don't have mailmen in Canada anymore. We all got those silly boxes where you go pick your mail up. So there's no door-to-door delivery unless it's Amazon.
Wait, you guys don't have? Sorry, you guys don't. Where do you get your mail?
They put these like communal mailboxes. You have a key and you just go walk by and pick it up every day.
So you have to leave your house to go get your mail.
Yeah.
That
Well, I live in a
sucks.
building, so I just have to go to the lobby, but everybody else does.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, that's a thing for apartments, but like, do houses have mailboxes?
Yeah, that's it. Houses, they have mailboxes, but your mail's not delivered to it unless it's like junk mail. They deliver it to like there's a post office box sort of thing. I guess one per block, or maybe it's by postal code, and you just go pick your mail up every day.
Why do they do that? That seems like a very annoying.
Well, it saves the money. You don't have to knock on every door, but go to every single door to deliver a package. You just go and drop off 30 packages.
So what you're saying is that despite Canada having pretty high taxes, they apparently the government want to save money on postal services.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, because like here in America, we have a lot lower taxes compared to Canada. So
yeah, we get rained.
Yeah, but I guess they must be using that money for some good stuff, right?
Oh my god, we waste so much money. They just built this like fucking skating rink or some hockey rink outdoors at the Parliament. Probably cost them like $5 million with security. Just because
basically, what you're telling me is that Canada basically spends its money kind of like how.
You cut out, buddy.
Yeah. Wait, what? Me now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Am I still coming through, Walt?
Yeah, you are now.
Okay. Oh, what I was saying is that, so basically what you're saying is that Canada spends its money like Seattle does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we have
or California.
We got a big homeless problem too that nobody wants to talk about.
So wait, how do you guys have a big homeless problem when you have when your infrastructure seems like it's built around dealing with that type of stuff?
I have no fucking clue. Go downtown Ottawa, there's tons of homeless people.
That's weird because you see so many people, especially around here in Seattle, people are like acting like Canada's like a perfect place compared to America. It's like,
no, that's just
that
what
must be really
idiots
shocking.
say. That's just what
I know, yeah.
It's more of a melting pot too. There's like tons, like people are worried about all these Muslims and stuff, but it's like we got Muslims and then we got like East Indians, and they both hate each other. So it's like whatever, they all get along. Well, they kind of have to, and there's lots of Asians.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
it's good.
The thing about the Muslim problem, I mean, I guess the thing about the people complain about the Muslim problem is that due to political correctness and like the culture that's been going around right now, there's no incentive to basically denounce any sort of aspects of Islamic culture that is very antithetical to to basically Western culture, where you have gender segregations in mosque and all these like domestic abuse problems and sexual assault.
Yeah, it's just it's a side effect of the political correctness, I guess you could say too.
Well, yeah, I mean, you saw the whole. I'm pretty sure you saw the whole like Justin Trudeau controversy, right? Where like he went to a mosque that's gender segregated, which basically people called him out for being like a fake feminist.
Yeah, that was great.
One of his lackeys there too was a woman. She had to go through the back door and sit in the back, and he never said shit.
Oh yeah, because this was like a few months after, was it Pushgate, where like he shoves aside a woman and stuff at Parliament?
I have no idea.
You heard of that, right? It was like called Pushgate.
Yeah. It was a long time ago. As far as
I like how everything now has gates now. Like there's Wait, was it Pushgate or Elbowgate? I think it was Elbowgate. Yeah, Elbowgate. Sorry, Pushgate. I think was the whole like Trump thing where people were trying to throw shades that one of his lackeys pushed this woman aside.
Yes, definitely Elbowgate. Quick Google search found it.
Yeah. I love this. I love all this gate stuff.
Let's see.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, there's some people who get really mad at that, where they think that all these different gates are like insulting to Watergate.
I think a lot of them are kind of insulting to Gamergate. Jesus, like fuck, everything's got to be a gate now. It's like no, I mean don't get me wrong. Like I totally agree with Unsleeved Media, 100%. He got fucked over by Magic the Gathering. Don't get me wrong. In Comicsgate, I agree.
Yeah.
Is
that's not really Gamergate. That's more like Magic Gate, as you want to call it, or Wizards Gate.
Oh, exactly. But I'm saying everything's gate now. Like anytime there's a fucked up controversy.
I guess it's a way of drawing attention because I mean they're different, but I mean the similarities. I guess the one thing I noticed that similarity between all of them is you have a bunch of people accusing people of harassment, being sexist, racist, whatever that, and it mainly just has to do with SJWs essentially trying to take control of a medium, which is where they all kind of intersect. Yeah, it's just Gamergate. Gamergate's origins didn't really have to do with social justice. It mainly just had to do with the trying to fight for ethics in gaming journalism, which then de-evolved into online harassment, because that was the excuse that like Zoe Quinn came up with to cover her ass and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. That and what the game's journos did also. Speaking
Yeah.
of gaming journos, did you hear the new bullshit on that Apple been fucking brought to life?
What? Who?
No.
Applebin, the
Oh yes.
YouTuber.
No,
Yeah, dude, that
I'm
shit's
not
fucking
familiar with
funny.
them. So what happened?
Have any of you ever played the game Christine? Christine
No.
was a
Catherine.
Catherine. Thank you. Sorry,
Yeah.
I get
Uh,
girls' names mixed up. Believe me, that gets me in trouble more
This is
than.
the new trap whole thingamajig going on there.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
So what is Christine?
Not Christine. It's
Catherine.
Catherine. I get girls' names mixed up that begin with C. I'll just go ahead and say that it's fucked up.
Okay.
Like I've gotten in trouble over that shit so much. But hey, Catherine,
Hey.
no, that's
Too many side
sorry.
chicks.
Exactly. Well, sorta, but not enough, really. But no. So no. So in the original game, there's this waitress or waiter or whatever the fuck you want to call him. But this one character who's a side character in the game is like hitting on her, and throughout the progression of the game, you kind of find out that when the other guys knew him in high school. So it's like a trap character, and this is it's an old game, man. This game came out in like what 2006, 2007. It's like
So you telling me the original Catherine, the
Yeah.
chick, used to be a guy?
no. The waitress with the red hair used to be a guy, not Catherine herself. Not either of the two main
Yes.
characters.
Okay. So
It was just
basically,
like a
so it's a
subplot.
trap.
Yeah.
Oh, 100% trap. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But it's so fucking old, and now the new game, one of the promos that they come up with has this chick. It could be a trap. I don't know because we don't know enough about it. Lifting up their skirt, and like this black hole underneath there is like such and such has a secret or whatever.
I'll be pulling this up for you guys.
Yeah, go for it. That's a good idea. But damn, but like people are the fucking gaming, the progressive gaming journos are fucking losing their shit over this, and I'm like, look, man, this is such an old fucking story. Did you not play the original game? Turns out they didn't.
So let me get straight. So they're offended. They're now offended that what like a game has a potential transgender character now.
Yeah, pretty much because the way it was phrased in the promo makes it seem sort of negative or what, and we don't even know if it's fucking the trap character or not because the original trap character had red hair and this one does not.
Yeah, well, we'll trust SJWs to lose their crap over a promo before even knowing the full details.
Oh, dude, trust the fucking SJW to, especially SJW Journo to fucking lose their shit over something like in Persona when they claim that one of the fucking characters, the female investigator.
Yeah.
Did you see that shit?
I partially saw it, but I heard about it. But it was like what was the complaint again?
They were like, he was a strong blah 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 blah, talking like her, and they never even fucking played the game, obviously, because if they'd gone through the whole fucking storyline, you realize that she identifies as a she. Not that I give a fuck who identifies as what, but she is a she character. Or a female character. She identifies as female throughout the whole game. Like, they took so many things out of context, saying you as the player have control whether or not fucking more girlish, or if she wears like a fucking schoolgirl outfit and all this other shit. When she's the one in the game saying this shit to you, how would you feel if I did this? How would you feel if I did that? Especially if you're trying to do like the romance portion on that particular character. So the game journos.
Oh, okay. So they're upset that she she identifies as this gender, but you like dress her up as like the opposite.
No, not at all. She identifies as a female. She is a female the entire fucking time. The only reason why she dresses more masculine, I guess, is because she's a fucking investigator, and she wanted other investigators
or
to take her more seriously. Yeah, exactly. Tomboyish. She dresses more tomboyish. Also, let's be honest, like if you're in like if you're in a combative role or whatnot, don't want to fucking be wearing something frilly and girly because of, you know, common sense. You don't want to get shit caught in somewhere, especially if you're in a fucked up situation. Long hair can be used against you, like in a fucking tussle or a fight. Why, if you're in the military, you keep a very short haircut, so your enemy can't fucking use your long hair against you and shit. Motherfuckers don't give a shit if you got like flowing locks. You know what I'm saying? That's a detriment.
Yeah, you gotta be a Viking and a Celt and stuff. They're like, fuck no, I'm not cutting my hair. Let that stuff flow.
Oh yeah, but I'm saying, but at the same time, look at the Roman Empire and how they fucking had uniformity in like their ranks and shit.
Oh yeah,
specifically for that.
So what exactly are they pissed about then?
They're pissed because they've never played the game and they're making shit up, basically. That's what they're pissed about.
What was the accusation then?
The accusation is it was anti-trans or some shit because they've never fucking played the game and they're bitching about nothing.
So what, they thought she was trans or something because she dressed as a boy?
Yeah, that's whole shipping stuff. Ricardo's bringing all this up. Applebin did a great video on it.
I can't find it on his Twitter. Oh, well.
Damn, he did a great video on YouTube about it. Everybody should check out. Everybody should sub to him anyway.
I'll just YouTube it after the stream's done to see like what this whole thing. So basically, they jumped the gun thinking that character was trans when she wasn't.
Correct.
So they thought that she identified as a boy.
Which she never says, not one time in all of the fucking.
That was the accusation, right?
Exactly.
They thought by having her dress as like making her dress as like a girl was like denying her transgenderism or something.
Yeah, something like that. Like some bullshit. And here's the thing, it's just an option. You can have her wear whatever the fuck you want. Like damn.
Yeah, but aren't these people also supposed to say like, you know, they're like breaking down gender barriers, so she should be allowed to dress however the F she wants?
Well, that's SJW logic, man. It's the bit most like hypocritical shit. Like they don't even know what the fuck they want. Like Jesus.
Oh yeah, I was on Twitter the other day, and I actually saw like this thread about this guy who said that such and such jokes make you look like a 12-year-old, like autism. This thing is cancer triggered, lol. And then I heard, and then someone commented on his thread saying, "Oh, but you know, saying someone is a 12-year-old is a little ageist."
Oh God.
Ageist.
Well, they're like, that
like racist against age people.
Yeah.
That it's basically like you're kind of I guess it's like talking shit about 12-year-olds.
Discriminating against a group of people based on their age. Huh? Oh.
Yeah.
Well, we do have age limits for a fucking reason. You know what I'm saying? We have rating systems for age for a reason. So
well, yeah.
I think that's fucking bullshit. Like, you think I'm gonna take some advice from a fucking 12-year-old? You're off your shit. You know what I'm saying? You're off your meds. Go get fucked. Like, I'm not gonna take life advice from a fucking 12-year-old. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So like so did you guys see that video by the Quartering about like those pedophiles in like the MTG judging? Yeah.
Yep. That's been I've heard something about that. He did another video on that a while back. I saw that fucking creepy shit. That dude looked creepy, right?
Which one? There's like multiples of them, and it's a diverse list of people.
Yeah, that is true. No, I was saying. I was talking about the original dude he was talking about like a month ago.
Oh, I didn't see that video then because I only recently started watching his videos after, like basically when he had the whole lifetime ban.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, there's been a lot of shit coming out of that. Damn.
Oh yeah, and again, they're not. The thing is, they're not banned. Like their DCIs haven't been banned lifetime. So it's everyone's asking. So let me get straight. You'll give lifetime bans to people for posting memes and criticizing cosplayers. But you won't do anything for pedophiles.
Yeah.
Like one guy, he's like black and stuff, and like he apparently got arrested and went to jail for molestation, but he was also able to open up a game shop afterwards, which is weird because you think that after you go to jail, it's like impossible to do something like that.
Especially a game shop where you know you're going to attract fucking kids. That's kind of fucked up. That's like having a damn a windowless van with like free candy written on it.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird because well, it's kind of weird because I mean, I guess for me, I've never really seen very many kids at Magic events. I mean, I see them a lot, but it seems like most of the time it's adults. But I guess in different places, I guess it varies.
Oh no, I'm talking about like for a game store. You know, he's going to have like video games in there too, and all their oddities, like fucking
tabletop, But it's just very disturbing because like one of those guys, he's like I'm not sure if he's like a pedophile, but I think he's definitely a domestic abuser or something. And he basically was a male feminist, so he's another one of those SJWs that turns out to be an abuser.
You guys watch that Sargon video where he lists off about 30 of them?
Hell yeah!
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Oh, it was painful.
Oh yeah,
so painful to watch.
I commented on the video. I commented on the video saying I'm waiting for Kevin Logan to be added to the list.
That's funny. Nah, dude, like
I'm waiting for it. That guy's like some form of sociopath.
I love Sargon to death, but one or two of those dudes that he had up there were suspected. Like no charges were filed or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So I'm all about due process, and don't get me wrong, I fucking love Sargon. Sargon is amazing.
I don't think he was really accusing anybody. He was just stating that these people have been accused.
Exactly.
Basically, the point of the video was to show that like male feminists potentially have some serious issues because the irony is that feminists were going on and on about how MRAs and anti-feminists were basically all the creeps and stuff that women should be afraid of, when in actuality it's bullshit. Like most sex offenders are either identify as feminists or they don't even care either or of the different spectrums of this gender politics.
Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. I'm not fucking defending anybody like that, and there is a distinct pattern that seems to happen when it comes to a male feminist or whatnot. But
it's like with a sociopath, because like sociopaths almost always will try to disguise themselves and make sure people don't know that they're sociopaths through manipulation. It's like that. Same thing with serial killers. Like serial killers are always trying to look normal and talk nice and stuff to hide the fact that they're mentally disturbed deep down.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you guys still there? Don't hear you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're chilling.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I just no one responded.
No. I mean, you're right. I mean, there's not much. That's empirically correct. Like, there's nothing you can really say about that. It's fucking true.
Okay. Yeah, that's just what I've noticed is that these, like, I don't know, it seems like a lot of SJWs tend to think that sociopaths and all these people with mental disorders always makes it like well known or something, which is BS. Like, there's always this idea that like a girl can spot a creep from a mile away, and it's like not really. If that was true, then people wouldn't be molested or assaulted and stuff.
Exactly, and also I love how they like to use that whole fucking the mental disorder or whatever when it suits them, but they don't like fucking saying transgenderism is a fucking mental disorder, dysphoria. I mean, fuck.
Well, yeah, I always have to tell people.
Fuck.
I know. I always have to explain to people, do you understand how biology and neurology works? There's a reason why, gender is more than a social construct.
Yeah, very much so.
That's what I love about watching Turtling Monkey. He gives you all those data facts and also talks about how like Obama basically made it much harder to find all these studies because he's trying to. I think he's trying to hide all these like information and stuff.
I believe it, like 100%. Fuck.
Oh yeah, no. People. Yeah, these people are like way more anti-science than the people they are accusing of anti-science just because they're skeptical of like climate change.
Oh
yeah, very much so. I've heard
with climate change, it's more or less, is it worth dumping trillions of dollars into maybe making a small impact at the end of the day?
Well, all I know is it seems like with climate change is it's basically someone's going to get a lot of money. That's the thing, is the government is going to be giving someone a lot of money to do something that they believe is going to change to positively affect climate change, you know, to prevent it or whatever.
It's like how much money for how much impact is really
well.
worth it.
What they're going to be doing is they would be dumping like trillions of dollars into basically trying to change the infrastructure to allow green energy, which would then put a lot of people out of work and a lot of companies might go under.
Yeah, it's probably cheaper just to relocate people 45 feet from the coast if ocean rises.
Well, I mean, the free market is already giving us the electric car, so I just say let the market handle and stuff. You know, it's gonna fix it. We have hybrids, we have electric cars, and once they become cheaper to purchase, you know, from there,
you can't just like go over to China and India and be like, "Hey guys, I don't like what you're doing. You're polluting a lot." They're gonna be like, "Yeah, fuck off."
I mean, when you think about it, it would be better for like, you know, oil companies, I think, want to get more local for getting their oil. Like you can get natural gas or start fracking and stuff, you know, because, you know, I think like Texas now discovered a big oil field. And I think they want to get away from foreign oil because that's caused a lot of problems, you know, with some of these wars have been fought over oil. Some of, you know, horrible stuff has happened. And, you know, we've supported, you know, I think oil companies getting more localized would also be better.
Yeah, but that brings up a really good point as far as international wise. Like a lot of like you see all these fucking morons fucking talk a bunch of shit about our or we should have fucking this or that, and you're like, look, have you any idea how much pollution comes out of other fucking countries compared to us?
Yeah, because isn't Europe more polluting than we are? If I remember correctly, like right, because like Sweden or somewhere has like a huge amount of pollution.
Here's a genius thing that happened in London or something. They raised the price of hydro or something to kind of curb people polluting. So everybody started burning wood, and they are creating way more pollution burning wood.
Oh yeah, direct pollution from smoke.
So
yeah, but wait, hydro? You mean like gas?
Oh, sorry, electricity. In Canada, we call it hydro.
Wait, so how's electricity polluting? I don't get that.
Well, they have to burn coal or whatnot, right?
Oh, I mean, they use gas, I guess, to turn the generators to get going, you know.
I'm not sure how they were doing it, but they raised the price to kind of curb people using so much electricity, so they just started burning. I'm not exactly sure. All I know is they had a bright idea of charging people more money.
Yeah, that's
right. Their homes, and then people just created more pollution by burning.
This is See, that's a socialist method right there. You know, you got a problem, tax it. When in doubt, just tax it.
Yeah, I agree. That's ridiculous.
I know it's bad on infrastructure. It creates a problem. Like these progressives don't seem to understand that there's going to be a negative reaction to almost any choice you make. It just depends on how big is the negative and how positive is the positive, you know?
Well, the whole deal with the global warming thing is that a lot of morons don't fucking understand that our world has gone through natural progressions to where it's been a shitload hotter, shitload colder. We've had a couple snowball Earths. We've had it where we've had like supercontinent a couple times to where.
Well, it's like the argument. The argument was basically the sole purpose. The sole basis of their argument was that it was happening at a quicker rate. Like that seems to be the biggest part of their argument.
I would like to see their fucking data because they have not shown me one.
The temperature has went up like fucking 2 degrees in the past 100 years.
Yeah,
exactly.
And this is like their big. This is their big fucking global warming.
Yeah, which in their mind, because it took 100 years, it's like the end of the world, basically.
Well, that actually kind of goes along with the data from like since the last ice age that we had around 10,000 years ago. Like every century or so, like we've actually moved a degree fucking warmer. Really is not good evidence. It's good evidence to support that fucking the Earth has natural fucking whatever. But like you said earlier, I think it just comes down to fucking money and funding. I think they're just trying to fuck somebody over to get paid.
Yes. Okay, here's the thing is that these research people want government grants because the government grants are basically the government giving you money to do random shit. You know, that's what a government grant is, and that's what they want. They want the money from the government, which is going to be our money because that's taxpayer money, to basically do all the stuff. Which that's one of the reasons why I think a lot of people are being critical of it, because it's basically, you know, giving people free money to basically talk about how the world's ending because, you know, our temperatures are rising. I would rather have money go towards, you know, trying to, I don't know, get energy from the moon, or, you know, studying actual stuff that I think is more impactful.
Yeah, it's like also non-refundable.
Like shit, man. There's like how much
exploring the oceans,
water on the planet. Like, imagine if we put all that money towards like desalinizing water from the ocean, so everybody could have clean drinking water. Like, why isn't that a priority?
Or that would kill. Well, I think that would kill a lot of fish, actually.
Yeah, yeah. Believe it or not,
not desalinizing the actual ocean, but making a machine that could take salt water and turn it into drinking water.
Okay. So like, if you're stranded on, so like if you're stranded on like, you know, in the ocean, you could like literally just like have this machine turn it like into clean water so you can drink.
Or like if you're in Africa and you got no fucking drinking water, but you're right on the coast, you could fucking start pumping salt water through, and there you go. Everybody has clean drinking water.
Well, yeah, because it's like we should also be colonizing the moon as well, because the moon is full of helium-3, which is a very potent and clean energy source to get electricity. Like a space shuttle full of helium-3 would literally power, I think, New York City for a year.
Aliens kicked us off the moon. Didn't you watch that crazy conspiracy theory?
Oh, you mean like, yeah, the radio silence, right? Like, you know, they say like, yeah, there's like that. How long was it? 5 minutes? How many minutes of radio silence was there?
Well, I mean, it would have to be radio silence because there's no like satellites on the moon to relay a radio signal. Right on the moon. Excuse me, but
the communication went silent, for like about like several minutes, and people were saying in that minute they like, you know, saw aliens or something like that. It's like how in Transformers 3 they go silent and they find like the Autobot like spaceship.
You're talking about like the dark side of the moon? I was talking about like if you actually go around the moon, like you're orbiting the moon, you will have radio silence when you're on the dark side. Because
I was talking about Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin's radio silence that happened during their moonwalk.
I think I did see that. Yeah, I saw.
The conspiracy is that they saw aliens, which is why it went like black. It went silent for a while.
Hell yeah! Or it could have just been, you know, that time period's technology. It's fucking crazy.
Oh yeah, you won't believe how many idiots are in the comment section trying to say like the moon landing is fake. Like you see a single video of the moon landing, and you're gonna see like have thousands of people claiming it's fake.
I don't think that's fake. I think people are stupid. I think
you can see it. You can see a telescope. I think you can see like there like the flag on a telescope. They've proven that you can see it. You know, if you have a good enough telescope.
Hell yeah!
Here we go.
Sounds like some flat Earth shit.
Yeah. Well, that's a cute dog.
Yeah, he's jumping on me.
Okay. But yeah, flat Earth stuff. Yeah. Well, at least they're not. I mean, I feel like they're not as persistent because like the moon landing is fake. That conspiracy is very, very persistent. They seem to be everywhere in those comment sections.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's a bit easier to justify because, like, you got a handful of people that actually have been to the moon. It's kind of their word against yours at the end of the day. They're just being fucking flat. Like, come on, we got pictures of fear.
Well, the thing is that I don't know. It's just that, you know, people are trying to say, "Oh, why is the sky black?" You know, when you look at the pictures, and it's like that's because it's daytime or something like that. So the sunlight's gonna black out the stars.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I guess going back to the whole quartering thing. It's just it just gets really insane how like you have all these, you know, sex offenders who are like, you know, as judges where they can be exposed to kids, and then they're not getting lifetime bans for DCI, and it's like they're not like background checking these people.
Yeah, man. To a SJW, wrongthink is way more harmful than fucking a kid or something. That's why there's like been.
Well, you saw Pedogate on YouTube, right? Where there's like all these pedophile videos going around.
Yeah, dude, that's fucked up shit. I mean, I never saw any of them, thankfully. I wouldn't fucking try to find that shit because I don't want to go to fucking federal prison. But damn,
did YouTube take those things down, or are they still there?
I think half of them are gone.
The thing is, it was just like kids jumping around on beds, maybe wearing some skimpy outfits. It wasn't like overly sexualized, but it definitely attracted the pervs.
Yeah, but then there was also the search engine, because if you look at the search engine, like how to, you get that suggestion, which people were really freaked out by.
That was probably 4chan. It's probably like 4chan.
I don't know.
A bunch
it's
of
like
people typing it in, so the suggestion would auto-complete that.
Okay, all I know is it seems like, but they were also monetized. That was the thing, is people were kind of very disturbed that, some of those videos were monetized.
Philip DeFranco did a good video on it.
Okay.
It was a video in my damn my bell box or whatever, my subscriber box. Somebody did a video that said about half the I didn't get a chance to watch the video, so I don't know what exactly was on it. It might have been like Mundane Matt or somebody, but they said that half, and it said half of the fucking pedo shit is gone off of YouTube. But then again, it's only fucking half. Like, what's taking you so goddamn long, YouTube? Get rid of that fucking shit. What the fuck?
Did you see? Oh yeah, so did you see Mark Dice as like SJWs of the year for 2017?
Oh yeah, I love that.
Oh yeah, it's like so YouTube CEO apparently is like a microaggression believer.
Oh my god.
It's like this. This woman is like the CEO of YouTube and stuff. It's like apparently having someone talk over you is a form of microaggression, even though people do it all the time.
Exactly.
Oh yeah. Oh wait, talking down to people, right?
It's like in her mind, like having someone talk over you or interrupt you as like a microaggression. Yeah, which.
Oh yeah, no. Because people in my family usually do that. Like some people will do that. Like pretty much everyone fucking does that. I don't see how it's an issue,
Jesus Christ! Ever have drinks with the boys and fucking just constant yelling over each other?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah, have to be, especially when the music in the club's so goddamn loud, or the other ambient noise going on. You have to fucking yell and get your shit out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think that's all bullshit. Like that whole talking over each other. Don't get me wrong. When I'm on a stream or something, I try to be as polite as possible and not talk over or cut somebody off. You know what I'm saying? Or if somebody has something to say, I'll notice that and be like, "So what were you saying again?" That type of deal, because I like giving everybody their free time, equal time to talk. But damn. Yeah, I think that's complete and utter horseshit. If you can't get over somebody interrupting you, then I hate to tell you, but life is so much harder than that. You know what I'm saying? There's other real fucking shit that you might want to start worrying about other than fucking just people talking.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's all pretty crazy.
But yeah, nah, that the bitch running YouTube is definitely an SJW scum. She is fucking ridiculously stupid.
Oh yeah, no wonder YouTube is in the shit and stuff when you have idiots like that running it.
Hell yeah. Thankfully though, most of the population of YouTube I think are either normal or anti-SJW, judging by the like to dislike ratios on a whole bunch of that fucking stupid shit.
Oh yeah.
That YouTube rewind fucking trash. Like from another fucking failed platform. Here, we'll take you in. We'll see if you can get your audience.
What's a YouTube rewind?
It's where they took fucking a bunch of fucked up idiots. What was the platform that just shut down? I can't remember.
VidMe.
Oh, VidMe?
No, VidMe did also. VidMe actually liked though. No, it was like some.
Yeah, VidMe is pretty good. I heard.
It was some other Tumblr-esque fucking.
Oh, Viners.
Yeah, Viner there you go.
Viner.
Yeah, there you go.
So what is Viner? What is that?
Vine.
It used to be like what 1 minute video clips you upload to like a Twitter sort. I was never on there. I'm just going off what I.
Okay.
You just upload quick little videos and people like.
So it's kind of like
upload,
it's like
share.
Minds, but way worse.
Yeah, and
It was like
infested.
Twitter.
Minds is
It was
good,
like-
yeah.
No, it was Twitter for videos where it's like you have 140 characters on Twitter. You say a little
Okay, so
thing.
it was like
But it was like
it was like
little tiny
it's like
videos.
Snapchat then, but for videos. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like what Snapchat is for videos. Because like everyone's on Snapchat now. Because like what nowadays people troll Snapchat or something like that.
Yeah, I don't deal with Snapchat.
Yeah, the only thing I know about Snapchat
I know
is
women love it. Like women seem to love it because they're like they have like Snapchats all over those dating websites.
They probably got a bunch of thirsty cucks fucking harassing them too, no doubt.
The only thing I know about Snapchat is like fucking a lot of awesome celebrity leaks have fucking come from that shit.
Of course you would know that.
I would. Hell yeah.
Well, I mean, it makes sense because again, when you look at all the selfies that women like doing, Snapchat seems like that's like a guarantee attraction to women and stuff. So I think Snapchat is indeed like it's like with Pinterest. Like Pinterest and Snapchat, I think are almost unanimously like 90% female.
I think Snapchat
in their audience
though has like an expiration on the image or video or something, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, really?
Like you post
Okay.
it and then it like deletes itself after a day. I don't know.
Okay.
Google this.
Because Pinterest is also pretty popular because Pinterest is like for people who like to share art and stuff.
Oh yeah, I actually used to go on there a lot when I was just looking up for art tutorials, but I haven't used it. But I think I'm gonna probably go back and use it again.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just I never went on Pinterest really. My main thing a while ago was DeviantArt because DeviantArt was pretty fun to go on.
Oh yeah. Yeah, too bad there's like a ton, well, I don't know if it's like bad or anything, but just kind of like the fan art that's usually infamous.
A lot of porn. A lot of porn, right?
Not necessarily. It's more like that, like porn, that's fine, but like it tends to be like really, really badly drawn, let's say.
Well, yeah, I mean, well, DeviantArt, there's no real standard. It's kind of like people. I mean, some people do use it to sell their products, but there are a lot of times it's just sometimes it's random people drawing. But yeah, I read a couple of web comics on DeviantArt that were actually pretty good.
Oh, I love DeviantArt.
Yeah, same here. I'm with Lupin though. Damn it. It's the nudity doesn't bother me in the least. What bothers me is the horribly drawn titties and fucking ass.
Okay, well, yeah, I get that. Well, the good thing about DeviantArt is at least the SJWs haven't. I mean, they're there, but they haven't like taken over the platform. So you still have a bunch of like perverts, still drawing a lot of the art.
Shit on there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's some really disturbing stuff. Like there's a lot of stories on that site.
Getting back to Snapchat, apparently, it disappears a few seconds after the recipient views it.
That's right. That's why screenshots are so important.
Yeah.
A few seconds.
Yeah, it's retarded. Like
so it's
screenshot something on your phone with 2 clicks.
But why would it disappear so quickly? I mean, it seems like you wouldn't be able to take it in or something.
I don't know. That's the way it works. Sexting.
Yeah, it's like flashing or something. Yeah, it's like an electronic version of flashing someone.
Yeah.
And God bless those stupid celebrities for doing it.
Also, like how but like if someone does something like illegal or something, how do you get the evidence? Because it seems like the best thing about something was that you could still like keep evidence and stuff if someone does something stupid on an electronic device.
Anything like that, you could guarantee the information is still stored on their server. They're probably not deleting it. They're just setting it to hidden.
Yeah.
So if they were to be honest.
Well, it's one of the reasons why you don't want to give out too much personal information online because those people are watching and storing it.
Yeah, definitely. Don't trust Google.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to an encrypted email. So like all my emails are encrypted on a server so people can't read them.
I don't think that'll stop the government.
They can't unless they somehow get me to spill my password.
Well, so you don't think, like, so you're saying that you don't think the FBI can't, you think the FBI can't get into that shit?
Well, I'm sure they could unencrypt it with enough resources, but
Yeah. Yes, because the FBI is most definitely interested in like a random Canadian guy's encrypted emails.
you never know. These streams are getting pretty spicy.
Yeah, but I guess I don't know, what was another controversy that happened recently involving, yeah.
Oh yeah, the guy that swatted some dad.
Oh,
he got swatted.
Yeah,
that was fucked
So
up.
what was the detail? It's like what, two guys got into an argument and like someone posted a fake information and they swatted that person, right?
yeah.
But it was, so they didn't know, did they know it was an actual address, or did they think it was like some fake address that they randomly thought up?
Oh, I haven't really read the article, but I just kind of know a few of the details that happened.
But yeah, so like so they swatted him. The police came because they said it was like a murder and hostage crisis, or something like that. That was like the detail that the police got from the swatting.
Yeah, I just saw something on Twitter about that shit. There was a in my retweets.
I see somebody started a legit GoFundMe for the father. I guess he had a child and a wife.
And it was the dad that got shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think, yeah, they thought it was like, yeah, I think the police thought it was a murder hostage crisis. So when he came out, yeah, I guess they opened fire because, yeah.
So,
oh, what?
So, Loomer Fan Club, LOOMER Fan Club, CRISPR Tech, posted some shit, and I haven't confirmed this. I don't know if this is true or not, but this could be the dude. I'll screen share so you can see what the fuck's up.
Yeah.
Can y'all see that shit?
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
yes,
that might actually. I don't know if that's the actual dude or not, but I did retweet that shit. So I don't know. I don't know if that's the suspect that they have. I did hear that the FBI were looking into if it could have been over.
So
like
so this guy thought it was a white supremacist or something like that.
I suppose, but that's the only reason that moron would think that is because the FBI had something that they were investigating was like online gaming or some shit like that. Like it could have been started over like something that was said in a fucking Discord or a chat. But yeah, not sure.
Yeah. So basically what we're saying is that this is a person that basically did the swatting.
Possibly. I don't know. I haven't seen anything on it. I don't know if this is true or not. So this is unconfirmed.
Okay. But it's like well, yeah, so that's the theory. But the person that got swatted, the person who got shot, wasn't like the Call of Duty player though.
I really don't know.
I don't think so. I think the person that he was like swatting gave a fake address or something like that. Like he gave him a random some other like his not actual address, because I think they were getting into an argument, I think, online. So I think it's one of those instances where it's like, oh yeah, here's my name and my place, come get me and stuff, you know, like come at me, like let's have a fight and stuff.
It's possible.
Yeah, so he gave him like a fake address, and he basically, yeah, I think swatted him, but they went to a different address, and the guy got shot.
I know that how he got shot was it was told that somebody was holding hostages. They've already killed someone. they shot someone in the fucking head. The police come to the door, you know what I'm saying? Because if they're under suspicion that there's a hostage situation, of course you're going to have like fucking a perimeter set up around the house.
Yeah.
He fucking knocked on the door. The police knocked on the door or whatever. Dude came to the door. They were like, "Put your hands up," and he like grabbed his belt or not his belt, but his waistline or some shit. And they shot him once in the chest, and he died minutes later at a hospital.
Okay,
he was
so yeah, but he grabbed his waistline, right?
I suppose, but I mean, you never know if that's like a nervous reaction. You don't know what that was.
Well, yeah, but when you grab your waistline, that's where you could have a gun stored. I mean, that's immediate, you know.
Exactly. That's where a common.
And if you're in a hostage situation, yeah, if you're in a hostage situation, you kill people. That could literally mean life and death for a bunch of people. So the police genuinely thought that this person was, a potential, hostage. They're in a hostage situation, and then you have these idiots trying to turn it into an anti-police narrative, where it's like they're not even talking about the swatting; they're just talking about complaining about police.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. The police. I mean, it was a completely fucked up situation. The police handled it the only way they know they are trained to fucking handle some shit like that.
But, well, yeah, and they're probably all feeling really guilty that they killed an innocent man.
Oh
yeah, it's not the police's fault. The fault is the person who decided they are going to swat someone.
Exactly.
And the fact that this person thought that, again, it's one thing to say SWAT, but he said like a hostage crisis and murder and stuff. It's like, yeah, that's team accusation. So yeah, that's people need to blame him and not try to go after the police in this instance.
Oh yeah, I hope they give that fucker the chair. I mean, that's like that motherfucker deserves to get ass raped in prison. You know what I'm saying? That's some fucked up shit. Yeah. Somebody innocent is fucking dead, and it could have been over. I don't know what it was fucking over, to be honest. Like, but if it was over a fucking video game, like for sure.
And SJWs have always taken like a misinterpretation, gone ballistic with it. Like, there's like this college campus where some blind girl left like a bag of dog poop because she couldn't find a place to put it and stuff. And it was on the door of like one of like the black group meetings and stuff. And they thought it was like a racial attack, and they like lost their shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's just bullshit and stuff. So yeah, like SJWs need to like should not be like talking about like taking a misunderstanding and acting like they don't take a misunderstanding and go above and beyond. And they didn't even apologize for that whole college incident.
Yeah, absolutely. I absolutely hate it for the family of the dude who got shot. I hate it for the fucking cop that shot an innocent dude. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Like I don't know, man. Fucking. As far as I'm not blaming the cop on this whatsoever. Like they were just doing their fucking job.
I mean, in my personal opinion, if the police said put your hands on your head and stuff, you should comply and stuff.
Exactly. But then again, you got to think from that guy's point of view. He probably wasn't expecting the cops to come in. Yeah. I mean, I hate to laugh about that. It's nothing is fucking funny about this. But like,
it's a swatting because I mean, people have been swatted before and stuff, but it's like, I think this is the first time someone's died, right?
I'm not.
Or someone died before swatting.
I'm not sure.
Because wasn't there a swatting thing where like this Hispanic lady and her like kid or something had their house stormed by like a bunch of like SWAT members and stuff?
Yeah, I'm sure, dude. It's happened like
okay, it's like
I was reading
it's a picture
like 400 times last year.
Yeah.
Okay, because it's like a picture that's been going around online. It's an old picture. It's been like a long time, I think. But it shows a picture of a woman holding like her son. They're like screaming for their life and stuff.
Oh, weren't they in a closet?
Yeah, they were in a closet. Yeah, like was that a swatting incident?
I'm not sure, but I know that South Park South Park actually parodied it.
Yeah, it's like they're in a closet, and like one of the SWAT team members is like holding his hand up and stuff. Where it's like, I know. I mean, it's not really funny, but I don't think anyone got hurt in that incident. But it's like, they're just like terrified and screaming like their heads off.
Oh yeah,
but this but this latest incident it's just ridiculous. And as usual, they just want to make an excuse to attack the police and stuff. And like someone's trying to say, they couldn't like check to see if this was swatting and stuff. But it's like, this is a murder hostage situation potentially. You don't wait and check when some people could die and stuff,
Exactly. It's fucked up. I mean, there's no good side to this. Really.
Okay,
Like,
I have the perfect count. You know, I have the perfect counter argument to that. When someone says that, you could literally tell them, so the police should just check and make sure someone calls them about being raped and stuff to make sure it's actually not being a trick.
no, I think
Yeah, just respond to that, and they'll like lose their shit. Yeah, if you do that, they'll lose their shit and stuff. You actually made that suggestion, yeah.
Yep. No, I think it's a fucked up situation, and I think the dude should get raped in prison who fucking did that shit.
Yeah, swatting.
It's like that. Yeah, exactly.
He's going to jail. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then the guy on Twitter just recently, he's just trying to cover his ass for doing that.
Wait, you mean the guy swatted?
Yeah, I think he's still on Twitter, but he kind of just made a few posts recently.
Jesus,
so
what the fuck did he say?
Okay, I think I'm gonna have to pull that up, but he goes by the tag at Swatistic or at
Swatistic.
That sounds like a troll account.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The one that's like most recent, he said, hypothetically speaking, let's just say I kill myself right now for the purpose of getting through your guys' heads. Will justice have an hold on, I'm just gonna just screen share this because it's yeah.
I see a guy called Fuck Swatwistic.
Yeah, here.
This right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
what's his name?
Is this guy though? Like, why does?
Yeah, I can't see the name. Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is the guy that did that, but or maybe he's just one of the people that were involved in this. But yeah, this guy seems yeah. This guy seems more concerned with himself than he is with to the family that he kind of just swatted, you know.
The answer is yes. The answer
is
yes. Go fucking kill yourself. I don't think it's the dude either.
But this isn't the guy that did the SWAT, because I thought the cops arrested the person that made the call.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, he might be. Well, the thing is, he might have been the guy who gave the fake the fake address or something. You know, because again, I think that's what happens. They got into an argument, and one guy gave a fake address to the guy I think did the SWAT. Because it sounds like the person who died had no idea. Did not? I don't think was the person who this guy was communicating with that started the whole swatting. Because it was like a feud on Call of Duty, I think, right?
I don't know enough about it yet.
Yeah, it seems like they were playing Call of Duty and someone got into a feud or a fight with each other, and then one person gave their information saying I live here, come get me and stuff, you know, and then I guess it was a fake address that happened to be someone else's address.
Oh wow.
But I know someone gave their address out over like this argument, which led to the swatting, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I still don't really know the details. I'm going to be reading the article right now, but
all I know is that just from what I can tell, it had to do with Call of Duty and it had to do with a feud, you know, and Call of Duty fans are pretty crazy at times. Like there's videos on YouTube of those fans saying some really crazy stuff over arguments.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Call of Duty's fun, but yes, that fan base is really, it's like really, angry and annoying at times.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they act like it's the greatest shooting game ever or something like that.
It's a rehash. That game is fucking so old, and it's just a rehash of the same fucking game every year. It's like playing it's like playing Madden, and I'm gonna piss off Madden players. I don't give a shit. Sorry, it's the same fucking game. It's been the same fucking game for like 10 years.
Oh yeah,
just different rosters.
It's basically kind of like all these Hollywood remakes, but just kind of like in video game form, where you're making the same shit over and over, and it's like with nothing kind of new to it. And it's not like Pokemon, where Pokemon is like, you know, there's like some new shit to it. It's just that It's just that these are like, you know what I mean.
Yeah, exactly. Damn. And the one time they did try to change shit up, you know what I'm saying? The fans fucking revolted. They were like, "No, fuck that. We don't want that. We don't want new." I was like, "What the hell?"
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
But speaking of remakes, have you guys seen the what? There's a trailer for Overboard, the remake of Overboard.
Is that a movie?
Oh yeah, it's an old movie about a guy who. So basically, the original one was made in. Oh, hold on, I'm gonna pull that up right here. But the original one was in the 80s. It was Kurt Russell, and it's basically about a guy who kind of, well, this heiress kind of goes over this ship and kind of lands in the water, and then this guy ends up finding her that works for her, and she treats him like shit, and because he's rich. But when he pulls her out of the water, she has amnesia, and the guy tries to pretend like she's his wife. That's the gist of the entire movie. And now for the remake, they're remaking it, but the roles are reversed. The guy is a spoiled playboy from a wealthy family who winds up with amnesia, and then he meets a single working class mom who convinces him that they're married.
Didn't they already do that on While You Were Sleeping? Movie like that a while back.
Hold on. I'm not sure. I haven't seen that movie.
I really didn't either, but I knew the premise.
Okay.
It sounds familiar. But yeah, I completely don't doubt that they're fucking doing fucking more remakes of bullshit.
Okay, so
yeah.
I just saw something interesting on Twitter and stuff, so I'm gonna share it. So let me see. Sharon, Twitter. Okay, so Jack Posobiec tweeted this, and it says the debate is over. New York Times and CNN are nothing but pure propaganda, and the headline says Iran holds pro-government rallies after economic protests. Iranians hold pro-government rallies on CNN.
Wow.
So apparently what they're saying is that they're like trying to basically, and counteract, I think, Donald Trump's latest, talks about how the Iranian people want to change their government and stuff. So now
ridiculous.
They're apparently supporting, like tyrannical regimes.
I believe it. Fuck it. They've been doing that shit for a minute.
Yeah,
especially when it comes
crazy,
to like fucking Muslim countries, just so they don't look Islamophobic or whatever made up word they've got for the week.
The question is, if they do kind of overthrow the government, is like, the question is if they're going to actually progress, or are they going to de-evolve into Islamic shithole.
My money's on the second option. I hate to say it, like just going.
I know it's
by the trends.
All these revolutions, all these revolutions, like they all de-evolve into like a genocidal infestation.
Yep.
Yeah, and people thought it was like, oh, it's freedom, the Arab Spring and stuff. It's like, no, it turned into basically a bunch of like religious extremists going around like genociding people. Well, the good news is this year in Iraq, they finally are allowed to celebrate Christmas again. The Christians there, which, if you ask any leftists, they probably didn't even think Christians existed in that region of the world.
Yeah.
Because, in everyone's mind, Christians are all white or something like that. And Muslims are,
Tell that to a lot of African fucking countries. Jesus, like they've been so many.
I know. These idiots are just, these idiots are, they're like anti-Christian because it's very Western oriented,
Oh, hell yeah.
They're basically against anything Western culture that they attribute to basically whiteness and stuff.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's kind of one thing that I've been thinking about a lot. Like, why do these SJWs just defend Islam defend it so vehemently when, they just easily will go after Christianity and maybe Judaism because, the Jewish were,
Well, that's just them. Muslims seem oppressed, and number two, Islam is viewed as a non-white religion, which is a plus to them in any way. And number three, they have this obsession with treating foreign cultures as different from their culture.
Oh hell yeah!
You mean fetishizing it?
Oh yeah, no, it's like, and then not to mention there's that theory that feminist women want dominant men, and because men have been like in the West have been like basically raised to be like betas and stuff, they they won't act alpha, but Muslims will.
Oh yeah.
That's one thing I disagree with one of Church Leading Monkey's videos, where he was talking about how like that whole rape case where that guy got like several years in prison for like because they withhold information.
Yeah, that case that was in the UK.
Yeah, UK. Yeah, he went to prison despite the fact that they withheld information, but they had to switch lawyers or something.
Yep, prosecutors. Yeah, you're exactly right.
So yeah, he basically was using that to kind of debunk that there's like that the rape crisis in the UK is manufactured, which I disagree with him on. I feel like the reason why this is the thing is because to try and convict more rapes because so much of it has been happening thanks to the migrants and the migrant crisis.
Oh yeah.
So, but the thing is, they targeted a white guy. See, they're using this as a ploy to show that they're doing something, but they're not dealing with the actual reality that migrants are a serious issue. But I think, and Church Leading Monkey kind of skated around that subject. I mean, someone brought it up, but it's kind of like he was trying to push it as in like all these rape cases are like manufactured by feminists, which I disagree with.
Oh no, I totally disagree with that. Especially, I mean, fuck, if you look at just the Islamists that come through, like Jesus.
So yeah, I mean, feminists are the problem, definitely. It's just the reason for this happening is just because they're trying to find a politically correct solution to the problem to make the population feel like they are convicting people while leaving a huge population of sexual predators basically untouched.
Yep.
Yeah, because there's that whole scandal where basically a bunch of guys got off grooming girls with their sexual gangs.
Yeah, I saw that.
Like them or whatever. There's like a BBC documentary on, I think, which is on YouTube.
Hell yeah, I saw. I don't know if I saw that particular documentary, but I've seen like a really fucked up report that had to do with a girl who tried to escape one of those. Right fucking back to it. Like, that's some fucked up shit. I was like, damn. The girl finally escaped after being like fucking gang raped for like a week or so. Finally fucking got out of that place. Went to the police, and the police dropped her back off at the place. That might have been Sweden though. Never know.
Okay, because that's just effing ridiculous. It's insane and stuff.
Yeah.
And in Sweden, now there's those protests in Malmo and stuff, where people are protesting over the police, like basically saying, "Oh, don't wear this, that, and that." But they're not addressing the obvious element. They like refuse to acknowledge that. Yeah, guess what? People who migrate in mass numbers from these very backwards cultures are going to do this stuff, but they're just trying to act like, oh, it's all men's fault or something like that.
Yeah. That's ridiculous.
It's not going to solve a problem. It's not going to solve anything because of the cultural differences. The cultural differences are going to make it so you can't teach these people not to do these acts and stuff unless you directly address it and stuff,
Oh, yeah, I totally agree.
I know, because it's like this whole thing that you can teach people not to commit these acts is just retarded. It's as dumb as teaching someone that they can't be gay and stuff, Oh, it's not going to work because it has to do with the brain, I mean, like people who will commit acts like that show that they have no empathy for the person that they're committing the act against, meaning that it's an issue in the brain. So there's nothing you can do to teach someone to do that. That's BS and stuff.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I had no idea, but I had no idea Captain Cummings was watching the stream or at least for a little while anyway.
Oh, he was.
Shit.
Did he
Yeah.
comment?
He made 2 comments and he popped out.
Okay, that's cool.
I think.
Tell us to
Damn.
fuck ourselves or something nice. Or...
No, I don't think he said that. That's funny.
Yeah, I'm glad he's back on Twitter.
Yeah, that's funny shit.
Yeah, let's not say his name because we don't want him to get banned by Dan Slott again.
Absolutely not. Exactly. Fucking goddamn SJWs.
Oh, yeah, Cat.
Yeah.
Oh, he called us faggots. Even better.
He said,
He's like, "What are you faggots doing?"
that is funny.
Wait, what? Wait, I'm trying to. I have to load that. So I want to see that.
See, you could have been
okay, that's pretty funny. Yeah.
paying attention.
Yeah, he said women have long hair in the military.
They do, but they have to fucking keep that shit up when they're on the job. They got to keep it.
Oh yeah.
Up. What I was saying about that was like when you're in a fucking combat job. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you don't see many women in like combat oriented jobs.
Well,
People
yeah.
really
Well,
aren't in the
I mean,
military.
yeah. I mean, again, when I hear women are going to combat, it's like I just cringe because it's like, number one, they might have given you a lower standard compared to the men, meaning if the guys get shot, you might get killed and stuff. You know, you won't be able to lift them up.
Exactly. No, they most certainly do have like different standards for physical.
I know
fitness in the military.
Yeah, it's effing insane. It's like you give everyone the same standards, otherwise you're going to get people killed.
Agreed. But damn, try to tell that to some fucking retarded feminists that think that stronger than women is
Also,
because of gender stereotypes or some stupid shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Also,
no.
Well, yeah, but Ian, the quickest response to a feminist is that if men and women were equal in strength, then violence against women wouldn't be a thing. There's absolutely no reason to have violence.
True.
Yeah, that's just BS. That's bullshit. Yeah.
Also, fucking, they never take into account like the amazingly high output of domestic violence versus any other relationship in fucking lesbian couples is so much higher than any other fucking.
Well, yeah, because it's okay to be violent if you're a woman. Yeah. I mean, heck, rape in lesbian couple relationships is huge.
Yep. Very much so.
Yeah, I blame pop culture because pop culture has definitely helped in a sense, create the standard of what is abuse and what isn't abuse.
Oh, yeah. No, I blame stupid fucking people, man. Jesus.
Yeah, but they also take inspiration from a lot of these pop cultures. Like a lot, you would be surprised at how many people will get all of their information on life based upon what they've watched or played in games and stuff, you know?
Played in games? Jesus.
I mean, yeah, because some people, honestly think that, Nazism is, as simple as what you see on Call of Duty or something like that. It's, it's insane how simplistic people's view on all this shit is.
Oh, hell yeah. You can go on.
No, go for it, dude. I was just gonna say I thought gamers are smarter than that, but go for it.
Well, I mean, I'm talking about the stupid ones, you know.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I used to watch Law and Order a lot back then, and what I've kind of noticed is that, I mean, you'll have once in every while you'll have a male victim, but for every single episode of Law and Order,
you're talking about SVU.
SVU, yeah.
Yeah, I think everyone call it SGW. That's a joke, yeah.
Oh yeah, every single victim was a woman, and honestly, the show is actually I liked it up until Stabler left. When that happened, I just kind of stopped watching it. So
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, and then you have the Gamergate episode, which is infamous as hell.
Oh fuck yeah.
Oh yeah, it's literally, it's you took something like Gamergate and basically interpreted it as a female developer getting raped at a gaming convention and then getting kidnapped by a bunch of online gamers. So it's insane, yeah. Kidnapping, yeah.
It's just hilarious.
I know he knows all the those terminologies and stuff.
It's like you grab.
Yeah, someone mentions I forgot what it was. Someone mentioned that whoever was writing the episode, there was a last minute change. It was something stupid. Yeah, there's some. There's either last minute changes or they weren't sure what they were doing and stuff. But yeah, it's so you have that. And then apparently, yes, according to Law and Order SVU, female developers have to like deal with, you know, random guys walking up to them and telling them that, you know, get out of here, gamer girl, or, you know. I mean, that's what happens in the opening of the episode. It's like they're at a convention, and just this guy this random gamer walks up to her and just says, "Get out of here, gamer girl," just walks away.
That is funny.
Oh hell yeah! Like the media will probably say that like, oh, it's completely sexist. Like male gamers are completely sexist towards female gamers. But honestly, like if I had a girlfriend and she was like way better at me than video games, I would fucking love that shit. You know.
See, the thing about these idiots is like it's like with black nationalism and stuff. Is that to them, it's okay to hate on the entire male gender, but make exceptions with individual men. But if you like hate on, you know, the female gender, like if you hate on the female gender, it's like, oh, it's an attack against everyone. You know what I mean? It's like they interpret calling someone out, and if they're a woman, they think it's like some sexist attack and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. That SVU also had a weird ass fucking episode once, also about like downvoting a YouTube video or some shit. I didn't watch it. I just saw a channel making fun of it. Okay, so I'm not a good source for this. I'll go ahead and fucking admit that right now. But like some YouTuber, I don't know because it's been so fucking long ago who it could have been about SVU about this girl who got her video or her comments fucking not taken down but downvoted. So she wasn't able to fucking get her point across in some fucking social media setting. But they're interviewing her. She's like, they downvoted my video. They downvoted my comment or some shit like that. Like that was the worst thing in the fucking world. They tried to like compare that to like silencing women or some stupid shit, dude.
Oh hell yeah!
Goddamn clown show is what that.
And so this was an episode of SVU.
I think so. I'm pretty confident.
Oh man,
anybody watching that is definitely in their 50s.
Yeah, dude. They don't know how the internet works.
The fucking demographic is
okay, because
literally.
Well, yeah. So here's the thing: is because there were a couple of interesting SVU episodes. Cause I did watch a few a bit like years ago, and so like there was one episode where they were trying to mix like race and gender, which was kind of interesting. Where it's like the rapist was like a black guy, was white and stuff, and they're kind of making an example of like, oh, here's an example of racial and gender clash and stuff. Because they hire like a black, attorney, and he basically, in a sense, plays like the race card and stuff, And in the end of the video, he does give some interesting, like, statistics and stuff. It's kind of interesting, yeah. But it's just one of those instances where, because she basically, what they did was that she basically, before this happened, like before the guy basically forced her and stuff, she had like a random guys over to basically, have sex with and stuff. And they caught the video, the surveillance video in like her apartment and stuff. Like, going up the elevator. Yeah. Yeah. So they used that against her saying, because the guy's excuse was that she basically was into him and stuff.
Yeah.
So did he wind up raping her or not, man?
Yeah. Oh, he did. He did it and stuff. He did it and stuff. Yeah. Spoiler. It's just because they show kind of in the beginning. Well, because the SVU they kind of showed, but don't they show in the beginning? Is that kind of the thing for SVU? Is they show like the actual crime in the beginning of the. Well, in this episode they did. They showed it in the beginning that it really was like from the get go that it was he's guilty and stuff.
Oh, is that like the premise? They fucking try to goddamn give you a Quentin Tarantino your ass. They show the beginning first.
Yeah, I mean, they show you. Like I said, they show you that. Yeah, like it is the crime. What happened was true. Like there's no doubt about that. It's just I guess they're using it to make a point. About like I guess wanting to. The like racial tensions can basically affect the justice system. Because they did bring up an interesting point where it's like what was it? Like one of his excuses was that like his mom, like the guy's mom, always told him to stay away from white women or something like that, which is kind of an actual thing that's been a thing online where people are telling guys. Well, no, they're trying to say like white women will always like try to falsely accuse you or something like that. It's
all women.
Yeah,
Hashtag all women.
No, it's not the white women. It's just the feminists you gotta watch out for. Fuck, when they start talking
again,
about that shit.
I'm talking about. Well, I'm talking
Space
about.
Ghost.
I'm talking about racist black nationals. Racist black nationals will try to break race into anything, and they're basically making it seem like black women are safe, but white women are basically going to f you over as a black man. There's a serious where they have these really insane ideas that find how stupid they are.
Oh yeah, no, I totally believe it.
That.
Because of porn, it's because of porn site. I blame porn because, like, they have this mind that like black men can't commit rape or something like that because like they're that good.
I had a great Kwanzaa tweet the other day.
Oh Jesus.
Kwanzaa? Oh god. You mean in Fufu?
Black. Oh my god, he had
Can't believe that's his name.
Shit on there. Let me see. It's buried away.
Well, is it black as fuck or is it like his black series?
No, it's black writers writing while black or some shit.
Oh, okay, writing while black. Well, I'm black and I write, and I don't feel any different. I don't think from other white writers.
That's where I started getting into it with the guy.
You're not a SJW though. That's like the big difference.
Okay, now he's saying shit about how Green Arrow should be black.
Why should Green Arrow be black?
Right.
Let's see.
Or at least like pass the mantle to a black guy.
Why?
I don't know. I guess it's because he thinks that a Green Arrow mythos would have more punch if it were a black man or woman.
Have more punch, black man. Again, they did. After what happened with Captain America, I don't think they really care. I don't think that's really
yeah, especially the travesty that happened at Marvel. Fuck, like did they not learn?
Fucking just.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah,
so like you know.
Yeah, he's only saying that because Green Arrow is a left-wing superhero and stuff, and that's part of his character. It's like, oh, he would basically give it to a black guy because you gotta have a character who's like left-wing as well as black and stuff because that's like.
Oh yeah, and also the fact that
awesome,
Green Arrow is a vigilante, and that all black people are usually vigilantes.
I think the reality is both black people are like gangs and stuff.
Oh hell yeah!
Damn, you triggered Liquid Souls.
Oh what?
Or Liquid
Souls?
Yeah,
who's
that's funny.
Souls?
It's some jackass on Twitter.
Screen share.
Oh, screen share. You mean the screen share on your clone?
Yeah. Clone share.
So it's like Christmas, but 7 times blacker.
No, my tweet. I'm like, what the fuck is drawing while black? Some guy chimes in.
Okay.
And I'm like,
it's not that we have a problem with
hashtag tweeting while white. That's funny.
That is great.
Fucking Kwanzaa is race bait bullshit at the end of the day.
So wait,
it's like nobody
is that Kwanzaa or is that one of his fans?
That's one of his fans.
Okay. So what are you about to say, Lawrence?
There's nothing. Oh yeah, there's nothing with like black artists. It's just that you are kind of making a big deal about you being black, and honestly, it's kind of like if you're an artist and you have to be black, like that's
takes away from
that's kind of like yeah.
You're using a superficial trait to qualify your art somehow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's why like all this like Marvel comics writers are so terrible because they are using all this superficial bullshit.
I could see like if you got no fucking hands and you're like doing some boom art with your fucking feet or some shit.
Well, that's you being disabled. That's a thing, disabled. You can actually see. Whereas if you're black, it's like that's like saying
that's like this guy's.
That's like saying like you're an average. Saying basically that you're not as artistic. Your people are not as artistic because you're black or something like that.
Yeah. honestly, to me, I think I would care more about someone being able to draw with their feet than a black man being an artist.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that takes skill.
Oh,
He
yeah.
said, "No, the whole at this point though, I mean, don't fucking minorities have like a better chance of getting jobs than like say a white person just because they're fucking a minority now?
It depends.
Aren't there like
It depends on if leftists are running the company.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what
Because
I'm saying.
when conservatives run a company, they actually do it based upon meritocracy, like you're supposed to.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm 100% for fucking equality of opportunity, not equality of fucking outcome. What the fuck? Like, I don't give a fuck what color, what sex a person is. If they're the best at what they do, they should probably get the fucking
Oh
job.
yeah, I mean, people are acting like these people act like black people have never been in this stuff before. It's like, heck, there was an animator who helped make like one of the very old Disney classics who was black.
Yeah, there was also a comic book writer that was black that people didn't even know he was fucking black because he didn't make a goddamn big deal about it. He was
Well,
like,
yeah. When was this back? Like what, in the 40s or something?
No, this was like in the fucking 80s and 90s.
Are you talking about like what's his name? The guy who did Milestone Comics? Is that him? Or no?
I can't remember. I'm pretty sure he wrote for Marvel. I think he wrote for Daredevil, as a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Yeah.
But I mean, like, nobody made a fucking big deal. It was a black guy writing a fucking white character. Nobody gave a fuck because his shit was good. You know what I'm saying? His output was shit.
You know, after watching like that whole fine game bitches video on High School DxD, it inspired me to make a character finally.
Uh-oh. Wait. Which fighting game? What are we talking about here? You said High School DxD in my fucking radar went off.
Isn't that called like Fine Game Bitches? Is that this guy's name? You shared the video, titty all day every day.
Hell yeah, I love that. Love that channel.
Yeah. So watching that video, I finally got inspiration to finally complete, to actually make the character. Because in my superhero universe that I'm writing in novel form, I was creating a cast of characters that basically were the half human, half demonic children of like the archdemons that represent all the 7 deadly sins.
Hell yeah.
And I was kind of stumped on who to do the Demon of Lust about, because I hadn't really thought of the character before. I had character ideas for all the others, but not the Demon of Lust. I think his name's Asmodeus. He's the Demon of Lust. So his son is kind of a little bit like Issei from that High School DxD, where he's always thinking about boobs and stuff.
Nice. I like it.
Oh, yeah. It's like, I actually thought of a funny line by him in one of the stories where basically he's, what was it? He basically is contemplating on whether or not he should do something like perverted or something like that. And like, he's like, well, if I if I do the right thing, I can go to heaven. But oh, wait, who's already damned to hell. So let's do this perverted shit. Yeah. Yeah, basically it's like he didn't realize that he's already damned to hell. So he's going to do whatever perverted thing he wants to do and stuff.
Damn, that's perfect. I like it.
Oh, yeah. It's like from the video, where it's like, yeah, my character, he lives for booty, he will die for booty, he will, kill for booty, he will basically bring himself back to life for booty and stuff, yeah.
Hell yeah. Just to grab on to one more titty. Like, I love that fucking
shit.
Yeah, no.
I actually plan to have one scene where he's basically about to die, like he's in the stages of dying. And then, like, his dad comes to him and tells him that, you can die, but know this, if you die, you won't ever be able to feel that woman's boobs again. And he basically comes back to life in furious rage that he's not going to be able to feel boobs again.
It's like...
like how in anime there's those characters who look like they're beaten, but when that thought of, like, people they love dying, they just, like, get really angry and then fight on even more strongly than before. It's basically like that, but in this sense, he's basically being a pervert and stuff.
Hell yeah, that's my shit. I love it.
Oh yeah. No, I just feel like with comic books, like with anime, they need to hire some perverts and stuff to write those stuff.
Dude, it worked for Japan.
Oh yeah. I can definitely say I am very, very perverted.
Okay. I mean, don't go around like assaulting people because that's the last thing we want more of those. But yeah, but I get but like in art, just like making comes to heterosexuals, definitely a must because when it comes to same-sex couples, I think they're fine with it because they just don't really see it the same way. But it's like they definitely need to get that stuff perverted again. Because then that's the quickest way to get the feminists out and stuff is to basically not care and continue to do perverted stuff.
Well, it's not necessarily to do perverted stuff, but I mean, Jesus, you took away all the fucking sex appeal from your female characters. Are you fucking kidding me?
Well, I guess what I meant to say is like we need something like High School DxD for comic books, basically. Something that would definitely infuriate the feminists, radical feminists. Yeah,
just show them a '90s fucking comic book from Marvel. Like if you look at any of the fucking female characters, they are drawn magnificently, and like I mean, Jesus.
Oh hell yeah.
But I mean, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying fucking we need fapping material because I've got websites that have like far better fapping material than that.
I just feel like for the purpose of the medium providing, I feel like it is a I'm not saying make it all fapping material, but I just feel like we need it there. It needs to be there. You need to have some of those series that actually do that. That will piss these people off because that's the quickest way. The quickest way to get rid of SJWs.
Well, the books are rated like teen and stuff, and it's like there's no mature content.
I know. Well, so there's violence. That's basically it. Just extreme violence. Yeah.
He said, "Come on now."
Yeah, well, that's what my point is that the quickest way to get rid of SJWs is to do the things that they hate and not care. Because once you just not care and just saying, we're going to keep doing it, there's nothing you can do about it, they're just going to give up and cry and bitch away and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. That's their only argument. Once you entertain their bullshit or apologize for something, I'm of the no apologizing fucking whatever.
What did they? Yeah, what did they try to do? Like, what was that geeky thing that they tried to take over and it failed because no one cared, and they
video
just
games?
disappeared?
But we talking about?
I don't know. There's still a video game. I mean, I'm not sure of video games. It seems like they're still hanging around video games. They're trying to make their own games now. There's like the whole social justice video games that Sargon did.
They don't sell.
Fucking hands and everything cultural.
They don't sell, but they're still there. I'm trying to think of it. I mean, I guess maybe Warhammer 40K because they tried it, but they failed.
Pretty sure they've invested that too.
I don't think so. They tried to, but
the feminist 40K fucking page or whatever. Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, but then
Bordering or Unsleeved Media or whatever does some videos on it as well.
Yep.
Okay, I know it was kind of an epic fail because the God Emperor Trump thing became a thing.
Huh.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. The presidency. Yeah, that's what it was. No, I'm kidding. But no, damn. I think I'm gonna have to look up what you're talking about because don't get me wrong. Like like the SJWs always meet resistance to start with, but the only problem is like you can't. It's like a fucking. It's like a goddamn Hydra, man. You'll cut off their fucking head and they'll grow 2 more.
Yeah.
I mean, I can totally believe that they have been, like, I'm sure there's some geek cultures that have completely repelled them, if not only for the small size of it, because a lot of these are just niche fucking, or whatever.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. Someone says, Midsnacker says, puppy stream.
I got my dogs back in.
Huh?
Yeah. Someone likes that.
Hell yeah.
He hears me talking, and he's like, who the fuck are you talking to? And then he just starts harassing me.
Yeah.
That is a cute dog.
Yeah, it's a cute dog. But I guess the thing about I guess the thing is that, for comic books, it's like, compared to video games, I feel like comic books got hit worse, because comic books are less mainstream, in a sense, compared to video games, so there was not as much of a resistance.
The thing is, it's just, well, I can't say it's just Marvel, but DC managed to pretty much not get infected with the whole SJW.
Well, the New 52 had some issues. Like, it wasn't as bad, but they were there. Like, you had Batwoman, which, people are trying to say wasn't, but there were some SJW undertones.
I didn't read any New 52, to be fair.
Yeah, I read New 52. They were a bit there. They weren't, as obvious, but they were there, yeah.
Nah, some of
Like
them were
the
just
whole,
as fucking obvious. They just weren't fucking like blatantly horrible, like fucking a lot of
like they
SJW.
were trying. This was before they were trying to push it and stuff. Yeah.
Like damn, like you said, Batwoman was fucking like probably the first fucking SJW fucking comic book character out of DC. Like they remade her whole fucking backstory to be that she got kicked out of the fucking army or some shit because don't ask, don't tell. And
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, I know. So yeah, and I don't know. It just doesn't seem very interesting or interested in that. Yeah.
well, the fans were like, "Fuck this," and DC basically listened after a while. I mean, they had stories like, and finally, like
Well,
Marvel just
there
changing.
was that rebirth title where she said she's fighting white supremacists or something like that. Something stupid. Yeah, it's a bad book.
And fucking Batgirl had a bunch of bullshit in it. Fuck.
Oh, Batgirl. Well, yeah, Batgirl was basically, it's like they took a cool character and turned her basically into like this stereotypical teenager taking selfies or something stupid. Yeah.
Yeah, when she was fucking a disabled person at Oracle.
And her costume,
like
she's like flat chested, like she doesn't have like, the boob window.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I actually used to see this YouTuber a lot, and I really love her art. But she actually pretty much really loved the Batgirl comics, the new one. So, I mean, I guess there is kind of an audience for that kind of stuff, but at the same time, it's like,
yeah, it's not selling that much. I don't think it's selling nearly as much as the older Batgirl.
It started out good. That's the thing. Like anybody I talked to said the original arc, which I think it was like an Oracle arc, was really good. And then
you're talking about Gail Simone? Because I know the first New 52 Batgirl story was good because I think it was like actual Batgirl. Oh, Rebirth.
I'm not following.
Well, Rebirth. I don't think she's even she's not like that anymore. I think they got rid of that, if I remember correctly. With Rebirth.
What are you
it's
talking
just New 52.
about, Lawrence?
Huh?
Lawrence, you were talking about Rebirth?
Oh no, I was talking about a YouTuber that I used to watch who liked the Batgirl.
Yeah,
which one, Rebirth or New 52?
It was the one where she had like a selfie on her cover.
That was pre-Rebirth.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. So with Rebirth, they got rid of that. I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
No lack of selfie covers.
Yeah. At least it's not. Well, I mean, I don't like the selfie cover. At least it's not dabbing, because dabbing in comic books looks really stupid.
Yeah, that is ridiculous.
Welcome to 2016, I guess.
Yep.
No. I know, it's like I wonder if it's because of Cam Newton, because everyone like watches Cam Newton and says, "Oh, everyone's gonna dab now because he does it."
I think it had to do with that fucking ridiculous, tall, dumb valley dude. Well, yeah, that was the dude.
What?
Yeah.
Paul? Which Paul?
Didn't he come from like that fucking rewind shit too with a channel?
Yeah, Jake Paul was one of those Viners. If you guys watch
when he did dubbing,
does some videos on him.
And he's the one who came out with dubbing. I mean, dabbing.
I think he's the one who made it notorious, like in a bad way.
Oh dear. Okay.
He's got like 10 million fucking subscribers on YouTube or something.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's like aside from YouTube, the only other video sites I remember was like Mega Video that went down because the guy got busted for copyright infringement.
Yes, Jake Paul character has 12 million subs.
Okay. Well, I mean, Fred used to have a huge following, even though I thought his videos were stupid as all hell.
Yeah.
A TV show, for Christ's sakes. I mean, of all the YouTubers, why give that guy a TV show?
Jake Paul, right?
No, that's all about Fred.
Oh yeah, Fred. I actually watched the TV movies, and I also saw a few of the episodes of the show. I gotta admit, it was pretty frigging boring, even if I really liked the Fred channel.
Yeah, it's like, why not just give Angry Video Gamer his own show? Like, he would make a great TV show. Make him give him a 10-minute short. Like, do what Robot Chicken does, and just give him 10-minute shorts or something like that. Yeah. Yeah, it's like you have it's a 30-minute show with 10-minute shorts. Like all of his episodes are like 10-minute shorts and stuff. Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah.
Well, before the adpocalypse and shit, they were actually making decent money on YouTube.
Oh, like wait. Well, ads are back, right? Because I keep seeing ads in videos now.
Depends.
They are for some people.
Okay, because like I know that like
all the political shit is still hitting pretty hard. I'm sure like PewDiePie.
Well, I've seen some political ads, like PragerU has ads on YouTube, so I think they're starting to give conservatives, I think, political ads again.
I think PragerU fucking started a lawsuit against YouTube or Google, if I'm not mistaken. So maybe that might be.
The lawsuit details was like what the demonetization, I think, right?
I don't know. I thought they.
And it was like unfairly targeting conservative viewership, yeah, while allowing non-conservative viewerships to get away with stuff like Anita Sarkeesian, yeah. Because, you know, again, when you look at it, PragerU is set up as an alternative viewpoint. Like, it was basically interpreting through a conservative viewpoint. So it's not like they're encouraging people to go out and do stuff. They're basically, you know, they're doing educational videos on like with a conservative slant to it. Which is, you know,
I don't really agree with most of their stuff, but it's well done.
I like a lot of their stuff. It kind of made me think of things a different way, because I used to think of things in a very left-leaning biased way.
Who's the old Jew on there?
Old Jew? Dang, man. No, it's Dennis Prager. You're talking about Dennis Prager.
Yeah, Dennis Prager. Yeah, he's got some good points. I like listening to him speak.
I like it. I mean, he's talking about how he says Merry Christmas. Even though he's a devout Jew, he says Merry Christmas. It's the same thing like Ben Shapiro. Ben Shapiro has an excellent video about why Jews vote left. And his simple answer is they're not Jews, actually. They just identify as Jewish for, identity purposes. It's simple as that. That's what he says. They're not Jews, yeah.
Not Jew enough.
Well, not Jew. You know what I mean? They don't practice. They're not actually practicing. They're just calling it that for identity SJW purposes, yeah.
Yeah, damn. I'm non-practicing fucking atheist, but I still say Merry Christmas or whatever the fucking holiday is, just because it's fucking polite and somebody's coming at you trying to be nice. You know what I'm saying?
If someone says, okay, fine. If someone says Merry Christmas and stuff, and you're gonna get offended by that, you just have some serious issues. It's like someone saying, you know,
I totally agree.
I don't know. Yeah, if someone says Happy Ramadan, Happy Hanukkah, or Happy Yuletide, or whatever, you know, whatever religion you are, it's like, I'm gonna say thank you and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Like only fucking exactly only butt hurt.
I know. It's like, I know these are the same idiots that get so upset when someone complains about Pride Parade or Pride Weekend and stuff, you know, for the LGBT community and stuff. They're saying, well, you know, you need to be more open-minded. Okay, then you need to be open-minded when someone says Merry Christmas and stuff. Yeah.
Oh man, you got to put some fucking clothes on if you're walking down the street.
Yeah, I agree.
Well,
like,
I mean, I told my fiance that, like, you know, if we have kids, I'm not taking them to pride parades when they're little and stuff. It's like, fuck no. It's like, I have nothing against, you know, the community and stuff. It's just like, I'm not exposing my kids to that shit. And if it was like a straight pride parade, it'd be the same thing.
I wouldn't expose my fucking adult family members to some of that shit, dude. Like, what kind of crazy shit is that?
Well, for me, it's like when they become like, when they become teenagers stuff, I'll be fine with it if they choose it themselves. You know, they just have to choose themselves and stuff, you know?
Check out my screen share.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what? Oh. You're talking, okay. So, what is this?
That was Wesley Crusher growing up in one of the episodes where I think Hugh was the one.
Look at his fucking hover hand.
Hover hand? What a puss. I see that. She's trying to hug him and he's like scared to fucking touch her. What a faggot.
It looks terrified.
Yeah, and then it's like, so that's like another actor playing what Wesley Crusher looked like grown up.
He got fat as shit.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. Yeah, he looks like, this guy looks super handsome and stuff, and then this is like, what he turns out as.
Oh, fucker blocked me over Christmas too. I was shit talking.
Guess what?
Great.
You know, hashtag hipsters are a disease.
Hashtag shut up, Wesley.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. Like, I was permanently done with him when he basically made that comment about praying and stuff, you know, saying, oh, don't praying work, this wouldn't have happened or something like that. Dude, you are such an asshole. Yeah.
Who is that hot cosplayer beside him?
It's some porn star actually.
Oh, fantastic!
How did she get? Wait, why did?
Shanna-
Wait, how the heck did he get with a porn star?
She does
He didn't.
cosplay.
He didn't. He's
That's
such
a
a.
convention.
He didn't
Oh
get
no,
with her.
I
He
mean,
watched somebody
I didn't
else
think.
fuck her, and he was jerking off to
Yeah,
like
okay,
in the closet.
Yeah, I was wondering how she. It seems like she knows him or something, or I don't know.
It was probably at some con. You know what I'm saying? That looks like some kind of convention.
Yeah.
Star convention. Like Wesley, they're gonna take your feminist card.
Yeah, but yeah. So you say so she's hugging him. He won't even hug her back. I was like, that's really sad.
That
Rude.
is some cuckified shit.
Oh yeah, that is like not just cucked, but that's also kind of like rude. Like, hug her. Come on, just hug her. You know.
Hug the porn star, Wesley. You fucking faggot. Do it.
Yeah, even the male feminist Will Wheaton knows that they're always looking for excuses to falsely accuse you of sexual assault.
Oh God, that's funny.
He knows that.
Damn.
He's MGTOW. I knew it. He's a closeted MGTOW.
You can't see her other hand, but I bet it is stuck up his fucking asshole.
Yeah, I like yeah, I like the turfling monkey, but I mean the one thing I disagree with him on is I just can't do the sex doll thing. It's just like
Oh, dude.
he's been trying to push
That's
that.
too
It's
much.
like I know. It's just no, sorry.
Are you?
Like, you know, he has that ad word.
It honestly
Yes, the
sounds
ad where
like,
like-
so much fucking work too. It's like you gotta just like dress your doll up, fuck it for 5 minutes,
Nah, dude.
clean it up. Like I don't know what the hell he's doing.
Kidding me, guys? She's got a detachable pussy. You can fucking fuck her anywhere. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can fuck that in your car. That'd be
Yeah,
the
but it's
best
just like
device ever.
yeah,
If I
it's
didn't
just
have leather seats, maybe.
yeah, but the thing is, it's just no. The thing is, it's just that I don't know. It just seems like a real woman just seems a lot better than than a sex doll and stuff. Because again, it's a real woman's alive.
I've got one
Yeah.
rule.
Some hang-ups with real women though.
Yeah, I've got one rule. I won't fuck anything that you have to plug into a wall. But if they come with batteries, I don't see the problem. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know. I always wanted to ask him what he thinks about Cloud Atlas because I'm not sure if you guys saw that film.
That was a crazy film. I saw that.
Yeah, but like there's that whole segment where it's like she's like that girl is like artificially grown to like serve guys, and then she basically talks about I have my rights and stuff. So basically, essentially, it's like sex dolls want rights and stuff.
Nah, fuck that. They get zero rights.
I know. I was wondering. I wonder if Turfling Monkey saw that movie. He was like just like clenching his fist in pure rage and stuff. It's like
Probably not, because I mean, okay, I would go for the whole sex doll thing if the AI was better. Like I can't really, because it's just a sex toy.
But if you give them AI, they're soon going to basically potentially murder you in your sleep for rape or something like that,
or murder other people for you. I want an assassin roid. That just sounds fucking awesome. I'll teach her how to fight with katanas.
Well, I guess I don't know. It's just for me personally. I just feel like I don't know. I just feel like I don't know. I just feel like being with another human being seems like a lot better than some robot and stuff or some machine.
Well, I would share her with another human being also. Like my girlfriend can come over and fuck her too if she feels. That's fine.
Yeah. For me, I get call me old fashioned. I just can't do that. I just don't. Yeah, I just can't do toys.
That's funny.
Because that's basically a sex doll. I mean, a sex doll is basically a sex toy. It's just I just can't do that. I mean, I just feel like I don't know, with a person. I don't know. Maybe it's just the fact that they're alive and stuff. It just gives you that kind of human recognition and stuff. So it makes it feel more enjoyable for me and stuff. Yeah.
Well, he found a solution to that, and it's normally dealing with the eyes on the sex doll. That totally takes you out of it. But he had that B2 fucking costume. That was hot shit. Yeah. That was awesome.
But the thing is, it's just like, even if you do take away the eyes and stuff, it's just, I don't know. It's just the fact that it's not real. That just, for me, is kind of the deal breaker. I guess I'm just one of those people where it's like, they have to be real and stuff. Otherwise, it just kind of, I don't know. It's like, it's just like, to me, it'd be like almost like masturbating to porn kind of.
It is. That's exactly right. You're 100% right.
Yeah, and when I do, and if I do that, I'll just feel disappointed. Like I want to actually go out and find a real woman. So
I think the point where I would start getting disappointed is when I had to like clean out the artificial vagina. I'd be like, damn it, I gotta wash.
Yeah, I heard about that. It's like that just sounds gross. Yeah, that just sounds gross. Yeah.
Or your parents come over, you got your sex doll propped up.
Hell yeah.
See, that's the thing.
Have her serving cookies. Mom, take one.
See, that's the thing, Walt. With an actual woman, she cleans herself.
Jesus.
Yeah, you hope.
You hope. Yeah, I was about to say. Jesus.
Yeah.
No.
And if you do like if you do oral sex and stuff, if she's cheating on her husband, she might let her husband clean it out and stuff.
Jesus.
That's called being cuckold.
Yeah, that is definitely cuckold.
Yeah.
Damn. Oh, what? That's fucking awesome.
Did you see that video? Who was it? I think it's Surfing Mike. Did you see his video on like that article where that husband says, "Oh, I let my wife fuck other guys."
Yes, that's so horrible. There's no fucking way.
Oh yeah, I like it, but I like his conclusion. How he basically says she's literally looking for a guy to replace him. Yeah.
Yep, I believe it. Like fuck, that's ridiculous. There's no way it could be.
Water.
Yeah.
Seeing if she could trade up.
Exactly. No, there's no fucking way. Like if I don't think I could be in an open relationship on. There'd have to be like one fucking condition, and that is if my fucking wife or whatever was bisexual, and she just felt like getting some pussy on the side. But the rule would be fucking also. So don't you be pulling the bullshit like that. We'll fuck them together. This is a team event at this point. Like fuck that.
Okay, yeah, an orgy. But like it's kind of like I guess it's kind of like well the thing is that I guess there are two things. It's either the woman's looking to move up, or it's also again it's also an alpha male thing because women are going to be attracted to the alpha males even if they aren't like socially at the top of the hierarchy in terms of money.
Oh yeah, I would love to have my own harem. That would be good. Because
you just see a lot of girls like basically fucking like the thuds and stuff who are basically not going to be very rich, but they have like the alpha male like handsomeness that attracts them.
Oh yeah, I saw an interesting ass and I don't know what the fuck this Discovery Channel special was trying to get at. Maybe it was the Science Channel it was on. But they were talking about why people cheat and stuff like that. They were trying to dissect how and why. It has to do with genes or instinctive drive to produce healthy offspring of some sort. I don't know. It sounded like a whole bunch of rationalization for why women cheat in my eyes when I was watching it. But then again, the Science Channel has been cut before. I've seen it happen.
Yeah, I mean, again, have you ever seen? I mean, again, like, didn't they canned that documentary that didn't take a SJW stance on transgenderism or something like that because it was like a fair stance to study transgenderism in kids or something like that. That whole thing.
I think that was the Discovery Channel.
Was that Discovery Channel? Because I have no idea. All I know is it had to do with the reality of parents trying to make their kids transgender or something like that, and it tackles it in a fair sense. You know what I mean? But it wasn't SJW enough, so like they wanted it banned or something like that.
I don't know. I didn't see it for fear that. I mean, I made it a point not to watch that.
I think it was canceled or something. I'm not sure. They didn't release it.
Yeah, I never saw it come up, but I wouldn't have watched it if it was just because fucking.
Well, pissed off the SJWs.
That shit. Good. Fuck it. They get pissed off the snow fucking falling. You know what I'm saying? Like Jesus.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, like when it comes to when it comes to people that piss me off, it's like black nationalists, transgender activists, all and radical feminists. Those people piss me off the most.
Oh yeah, I'll be right back, guys. I need to step away real quick. I'm gonna mute myself.
Okay. Yeah. So it's just been some pretty crazy stuff this year, guys.
Oh yeah, 2018 starting up.
Oh well, 2018 seems like it's going to be Civil War year because after the whole Kraut and T stuff, it seems like people are on the verge of fighting because like the alt-right is pissed with Sargon over that stuff, even though they can't really blame him, and then Kraut and T's people are still doubling down over that stuff. So it's like
fucking you see Sargon's new video, 8 questions for the
alt-right. Yeah. It sounds like he's serious. This isn't like a joke. It isn't actually a joke. It's like serious questions. Yeah.
It's interesting.
Well,
I was gonna start trolling his survey, but I'm like, nah. He's got to.
Did you? But yeah, did you see like how the alt right is now mad with Lauren Southern because she apparently used to be a cosplayer and like dated a black guy?
Yeah.
It's funny seeing her as a cosplayer years ago.
It might have been like fucking.
He was half black and half Irish, I think.
I thought he was like
what he is.
Asian, East Indian, or some shit.
No, he's half black and half Irish, apparently.
He had melanin in his fucking skin or whatever.
I know, but now the alt right is really mad. Like apparently the alt right is really mad at that. Yeah.
Oh, race mixing, I guess. That's
Only race mixing if you have babies, I think.
You know, I don't know if it's more of a cultural thing with them or if it's just like strictly a race thing.
It varies upon person to person. I mean, some alt-righters don't have a problem with that, but they want people to recognize like anti-white sentiment and racism and stuff, you know, which is fair. But then there are others that are more extreme where it's like no race mixing whatsoever.
Well,
it varies.
You can't have it both ways. You can't be racist towards white people, but you know, you can be racist towards black people. It's like it's either all okay or none of it's okay, you know?
It's identity politics. I mean, the alt-right, you know, a lot of members of the alt-right are basically identitarians. They're just white identitarians. And because the alt-right is not mainstream, like SJWs and Black Lives Matter and stuff, you know, they have to basically support free speech and all that stuff because they're not mainstream. But once they go mainstream, I'm pretty sure their stances on free speech would change pretty drastically.
So I just came back in my room. What were you guys talking about?
We were talking about like how on how basically 2018 might be a civil war between the anti-SJW community because people are still pissed about the whole Kraut and T stuff. And like the alt-right is really mad at Sargon and other people for what they believe is like an aggression against them. How Lauren Southern is getting flack from the alt-right because apparently there's been leaked there's leaked pictures of her being a cosplayer and she apparently used to date like a half black, half Irish man. So now the alt-right is mad because they thought like apparently they fantasized her as being like, you know, the perfect white woman or something, perfect Western woman. Now the alt-right is mad.
So wait, Lauren Southern, she yeah, could you like because she wait I kind of missed something, sorry.
Basically she used to be a cosplayer years ago and the pictures of her leaked out recently. And she apparently is with like a black guy who she apparently used to date. And now the alt-right is mad because, you know,
she was trying to hide any of this. Like, I knew she was a cosplayer fucking years ago. She had some sexy Metroid or.
Yeah, like I'll screen share. I'll screen share, yeah.
A lot of this is really new to me.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And she's not really. Is she? Would you even consider her alt-right? Like, I don't know where these people.
Oh. She's not alt-right. It's just you guys see the picture, right?
She's got alt-right fanboys, I guess.
Yeah. Let me stop sharing. Okay, so wait. I think sorry, I tagged you. I accidentally focused on your screen share.
Whatever, I got some TFM shit up.
Yeah. So do you see it, Florence?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's basically her years ago cosplaying. Yeah. But anyway, But basically, with Lauren Southern, essentially is with the alt-right, kind of like with SJWs, is when you basically call out anti-white racism, they're going to assume that you're an ally. That's kind of their immediate assumption. It's kind of like how feminists will say feminists for believing women should be allowed to do this, that, and that. You know what I mean? It's that whole them trying to basically indoctrinate you because you have these types of standards and beliefs, you know? So they're going to assume that you're an ally, basically. So that's kind of how the alt-right viewed her, is because she basically is talking about the migrant crisis, anti-white racism, you know, the whole attacks on the white race and stuff. They assume that she's an ally and one of them.
That's ridiculous.
Well, that's kind of how it is. I mean, like, people thought, like, it's even a Rebel. Like, the Rebel media had a pretty big alt-right following, but then they start speaking out against the alt-right and start supporting Israel, and now they're giving up on them. The same thing with Gavin McInnes. Like, Gavin McInnes had a good alt-right following, but then he shows that he supports, he immediately gave up on that because conspiracy.
Gavin McInnes has Native American wife.
Yeah, he does. So yeah,
So,
a lot of people don't know.
Right, he could be.
I think people didn't know who his wife was because he never shows them. You know.
Enough videos talking about it.
Yeah, I think they just assumed that she was white probably because they didn't take time to research that.
Oh yeah,
and he does the Proud Boys thing too.
Well, yeah, and Proud Boys aren't all right. They're not all right. They're just like pro-Western, traditional masculinity, I think.
Yeah, but I'm sure a lot of people misconstrue those too.
Well, those are the idiots that think that the alt-right is the reason why Star Wars got a low, viewer score on Rotten Tomatoes and stuff, saying they hacked it and messed with the server or something like that. For like The Last Jedi.
Wait, what about The Last Jedi?
Oh, the Rotten Tomato people are trying to blame the alt-right for the reason why The Last Jedi had such a low favorability rating among viewers for Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah.
Oh, I'm a liberal myself, and I also had some pretty mixed feelings about that movie. That movie was
a lot of people hate it.
Oh hell yeah! But there are good things about the movie, and then the things that I liked about the movie, I really liked, and things that I didn't like about it, I really, really didn't like it.
Yeah, no, it's just for me. It's like no. Once you read the expanded universe, it's like there's nothing those movies give me that's interesting.
Oh yeah. I mean, except for the fact that oh, you can go.
Oh, what were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say, just the fact. The only one interesting thing about these movies is that throughout them, you only it starts to kind of expand. The Rogue One and the new Star Wars movies kind of expand on the idea that while only very certain people can be Jedi, any person in the galaxy can really be Force sensitive. That you don't necessarily have to be a Jedi to use a little bit of the Force,
Oh well, yeah. That's been that's a confirmation. It's just like I don't know. It's like with the Force Awakens, like with this new trilogy. Basically, the Force is literally plot armor, and a lot of people make these two saying it's always been like that, but it's like no. In the expanded universe, the Force had rules to it.
Oh, yeah.
There's no such thing as learning at the speed that Rey does and stuff. And the Force doesn't save you from being sucked out in the vacuum of space and not dying and stuff. That's BS. Yeah, it's just to me, it's just like these movies have cheapened the Force, and now Force Ghosts can now do attacks and effects. So I'm guessing in the last one you're going to see Force Ghosts, get into actual fights and stuff now, probably.
Oh yeah.
Which is interesting because in the expanded universe, that was kind of a thing for one of the video games, but it was a very strong Sith Lord that was able to do that.
Oh yeah, but I know that there was actually in the Sith Lords, the Knights of the Old Republic, that Jedi could actually kind of hold their breath for a pretty long time when they're inside of a room full of gas, but not to the point where you're out in space, just sucked into there, and just there's a force bubble around you.
See, in space, you'll get freeze fried. You're going to immediately get burned by the radiation, then you're going to freeze to death. Literally in a second, Leia should have been immediately killed. That's immediate death right there.
Oh yeah,
totally agree.
Sorry, I'm back. She should have been dead. Yes, but according to Ryan, whatever his name is, space apparently doesn't work that way in Star Wars.
I don't think it does, period. I could have swore that was debunked.
Oh, what?
I think it could last a couple minutes in space because it's a vacuum. You don't just instantaneously freeze or blow
I think
up.
you die.
You die within a second.
No.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because if you're not in the sunlight, then it's absolute zero. You just freeze to death. And if you are in the sunlight, you immediately get baked. You're fucked.
Yeah, because there's no ozone layer. You have no atmosphere to shield you from the radiation. Yeah.
But
IT man
but space.
Yeah,
but
just look it
space
up. Like,
definitely does not work in Star Wars. Otherwise, that first
okay, simple.
Oriental
Yeah,
girl would have got
you should
sucked
go on
out.
YouTube. YouTube has a lot of videos that will explain
No,
what happens when you are in space. Yeah.
I think you could get about 90 seconds.
Yeah, that was more than 90 seconds. I think she was out. She looks like she was unconscious for like at least like several minutes.
I'm just
I think
being a dick.
I think it's like a couple seconds and you're fucked. Like you're done. It's so fucking extreme. Not to mention, you would all your fluids, all the air in your lungs would basically explode trying to escape. Like it's ridiculous.
Okay, so
Oh, yeah.
at most, an astronaut without a suit would last about 15 seconds. So 15 seconds is the most you can last without a suit in space.
Yeah, but then I'm seeing 90 seconds. It could probably be revived. Then about 90 seconds, you're too far gone to be saved. I don't know. I don't know how these experiments were carried out.
Yeah, I doubt. Did they do this shit on monkeys or something? Because I don't remember seeing this study.
I think it's just that. I think it's just like doing the numbers and stuff. I mean,
hypotheticals.
I don't know. I mean, it's kind of interesting what happens to a monkey in space. I know the feminists would probably, use a turf-flinging monkey as their test monkey and stuff.
But
that's what you get from misogynist.
But I mean, there was kind of one thing that I had with the Aliens movie when Ripley was like fighting that alien queen, where Ripley should have been like sucked out with the alien because when you open that hatch, I mean, yeah, it's gonna suck the alien queen out, but it's also gonna suck out Ripley because like a vacuum that size would definitely be able to suck someone out, even if they're like holding onto a ladder. But honestly, I can kind of
see.
But yeah, I can kind of forgive it because I can kind of forgive that because the fight scene was just too freaking awesome, you know.
Well,
there's like, I was gonna say there's like those creepy scenes where it's like they show like, oh yeah, if there's like a small hole with an opening, you sucked into and like have your entire body ripped through, like having you die a painful death. I'm not sure if that's realistic or not. If the vacuum is that strong, but that's like a thing.
Normally, okay,
can that happen? Is the vacuum that strong? Because that's like they do that in movies where it's like if there's a small hole, someone gets sucked into it, they'll like get like crushed immediately, as they get pulled out into space.
Normally, when you have a decompression, whenever you're going to go into the harsh environment of outer space on space shuttles and shit like that, you normally have a wall that you walk into, you close it off, and you decompress that area. You decompress that area first is because if you don't decompress the area before you open the outer hatch, you're going to experience an explosion. An explosion of the air and everything else trying to fucking go out of that. You know what I mean?
An explosion?
Well, that's for lack of a better word, yes. Because, I mean, all the air, everything that's in that room without it being decompressed already, and they've already got suits on and all this other good shit.
Yeah.
I mean, to protect.
Is this like a big explosion? Like, as in it'll rip you to pieces?
As in it'll throw your ass out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. It's
okay, so
you're talking about a vacuum. You're talking about going.
So basically, it would be like opening a door and like a bunch of water coming in. It's like opening a door and a huge amount of water pushing you out and stuff.
Exactly, something to that effect. Yes,
yeah,
probably
like that. Yeah. So yeah, it'd be like how if you're in. It's like how when you're underwater, you have two openings. You have the main opening to get in, and then you have to basically let the water seep in slowly so the pressure doesn't kill you and stuff. But if you were just opening the door, you'd have a whole bunch of water just flash in and stuff.
Basically, but I mean, if you're talking about the difference between the pressures there and outer space is a vacuum, and underwater you have extreme pressure. So instead of an explosion, you would deal with an implosion.
Yeah, an implosion. But it's like it's kind of similar, but I guess the opposites. But it's like it's basically you have to like get settled before you go out into this extreme environment.
Basically, well, you don't want to have like, of course, a door to outer space. You know what I'm saying? Without having like that safety area in between.
Which is funny because in Star Wars, that's kind of what it is. There's no in-between door, yeah. Because she just opens the door and she's back in and stuff, and there's no like, oh yeah, you guys should have been sucked out in the space just there. It's like,
well, yeah, but also if you look at the first Oriental chick that was dropping the bombs in outer space with no fucking gravity, like that was stupid. Like she should have been sucked the fuck out too.
Well, yeah, I mean, unless there's some propulsion system. I mean, because if it's space, when you propel yourself, they're gonna keep going. Like they won't stop because there's no friction.
Exactly, and also, I mean, bombs just don't drop in outer space. They'd have been weightless, just hanging out there. And somebody said something to the effect they may be magnetic, and I'm thinking, well, yeah, but you're on a fucking metal ship, so how does the bombs know which magnet to fucking deal with? That whole movie was stupid. That was a stupid fucking movie.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, I don't know, it's just the logic behind the film. And then like you now know about, you now have the light speed, the hyperspeed jumping and stuff, where it's like, oh yeah, so apparently throughout all of Star Wars, no one ever tried just, I don't know, light speeding into ships now to destroy, I mean, I think it said they could have taken out the Death Star by simply light speeding ships into the Death Star.
They could have. It'd have been a suicide run, but they could have done it.
Well, no, you just automate it. I mean, I'm pretty sure in Star Wars you can just do an autopilot that stuff.
Yeah, pretty probably. Yeah, that's an idea. Yeah, I can see that. Sorry, I'm eating. My bad.
Or just use droids. I mean, at the end they have droids. Just use droids. Say, hey, I'm going to command you to commit suicide, basically, and they're going to do it and stuff. Yeah.
You're the best soldier we got, R2-D2. You go do it now.
I know. So it's just like, yeah, I mean, originally it just seemed like if you jumped to light speed and you were not careful, the ship itself would explode and nothing really else, kind of. But yeah, I don't know. It just seems like,
I swear.
Yeah. What?
Oh yeah. I'm just saying. I swear to God, I really hope they don't fucking kill off R2-D2 and C-3PO in the next movie.
They probably will.
Jesus.
Because first of all, R2-D2 is a threat to Rey being able to figure out everything. If R2-D2 saves her, it's like, you can't have a woman be saved by a freaking droid that identifies as a male.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure some feminists would call misogyny on the fact that a man-made object made by a man and stuff.
Oh yeah, or
had to save a woman and stuff. Yeah,
that C-3PO
is made. And C-3PO made by a toxic misogynist that's Anakin.
Well, or that C-3PO can understand 13 or how many million languages, and Rey can only learn.
Yeah, I think it's like 13,000 languages or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, she knows 2 because she knows. Well, she knows droid. Yeah, she knows droid and she knows Wookiee.
Oh yeah.
So she knows 3, I think. Yeah.
Rey is the ultimate Mary Sue. Don't you know there's nothing that she can't know?
I kind of find it funny how in fiction, they basically call English common in Star Wars and D&D. Because that's what they call common.
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
They don't want to call it English, but they call it common, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, quick question. So, in your opinions, like, what would you rather suffer through? Last Jedi or STD?
STD because it'd be over sooner. Jesus, fuck! Like that was like a 2.5 hour long movie. We're already only talking about one episode. Right?
Oh well, I mean STD, I guess would be the pilot, so I think that's 2 episodes.
Oh, you're talking about Star Trek. Okay, well,
yeah, Star Trek Discovery. Yeah, sorry, they call it STD. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I would rather suffer through Star Wars because it's only 2 hours and 30 minutes, whereas Star Trek Discovery, that's like that's gonna probably go on for a 2nd season. So like
I hope it doesn't. I mean, I don't think it will. I don't know, I think it's bombed, so I don't think it will go on. I mean, again, it's literally just Star Trek written by Hollywood hack writers who use progressivism to basically push their BS and call everyone bigots who don't support it.
Yeah.
It's like literally anything has to have a progressive slant to it, so they can basically accuse people when they don't like it.
I would pick the third option, which is watching YouTube videos making fun of both of them.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, like seriously, watching that guy's video, like like his about his embroiled rage about Last Jedi and him saying like "what the fuck" all the time. That was more
That
funny
was
than
great.
watching the film. Yeah, it's like I get more pleasure watching these reviews than watching the actual film. Yeah.
Hell yeah! I left a pretty lengthy explanation why I didn't like Star Wars on I Love Comics channel. He asked if we could say why it's an SJW movie because he doesn't think it's an SJW movie.
Wait, did he not?
And
Did he like it or not like it?
I think he liked it, and I think that he doesn't think it's like a progressive shill of a fucking movie. So
It is a progressive show.
it is 100%, and I left a very lengthy comment there without cussing because he was like, "Don't leave nothing like them fucking bitches" or some shit like that. And he said that in the video. It was funny, dude. Hearing him say it, it was great. Like, damn. I mean, I haven't seen comments like that myself, but I'm sure somebody would put that if they were trolling for sure. I thought about leaving a troll comment, but I didn't.
Well, yeah.
It'd be interesting to see what his reply is to that.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. But it's just I don't know. Yeah. Like I said, it's just from the sound of it, it's like after this, it's like, yeah, after this movie, I honestly feel like, yeah, especially with all the hype that went behind it, I feel like, yeah, I'm expecting a very poor turnout for the next movie in terms of box office.
Oh yeah,
and,
dude.
All the political, because the political stuff went way far beyond compared to The Force Awakens when it comes to people like trying to reason why the audience has problems with it and stuff. So I think, yeah, there's going to be a huge backlash. Yeah. So I hope people stop going to see the films because I feel like it will make Disney change more, if they lose money.
Oh, I'm with you, dude. Fuck them.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm just playing the video games. I'm going to read the comic books. That's just all I'm going to do now. Just read the expanded stuff.
Yeah.
From years ago. Because Dark Horse, in my opinion, did a good job handling the Star Wars property with their comics.
Hell yeah.
Oh, Dark Horse. Yeah, I've been meaning to.
Yeah, they did like Tales of the Jedi. Yeah, you should basically when it comes to Dark Horse, yeah, check out Tales of the Jedi. That's a good one. The Republic, I think it's called Republic Commandos or just the Republic. It's like a Clone Wars, it's a Clone Wars comic book before the TV show came out because that TV show messed with a lot of continuity. The original comic book called The Republic, I think, is really good. And Knights of the Old Republic comic is pretty good too. That's like a prequel to the first game.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah. That's what I love about the expanded. The expanded universe did a good job of questioning the status quo, but not in some stupid progressive fashion. Like it made good guys and bad guys more complex and flawed.
Sorry about the
Oh, what?
I'm sorry if there was an echo there.
Just a little echo. But it's just I just feel like with Star Wars, for the longest time they handled politics really well, where it wasn't so divisive in the sense that it is now, where people could actually, I don't know. I just feel like you could you could follow it and not feel insulted. Well, as someone who's either conservative or left leaning.
They had politics in it, but it was actual politics, not gender or fucking goddamn.
Yeah, it wasn't identity politics. I mean, the closest thing to identity politics in Star Wars was basically the droid thing, where it's like, oh, we don't serve droids here.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah.
But even then, you can interpret it as you will, and you won't interpret it as basically like, oh, them trying to take a stab at white people or something like that. It's. And, the galaxy was a diverse place as well because you have all these aliens. Like, people are saying, well, there's not enough diversity in Star Wars. Like, that's what the aliens were for in the first place.
Yeah, I agree. Not to mention, like, there's been so much science fiction books and anime on, like, if you do have sentient AI, you know what I'm saying, do you give them rights and that type of deal?
Well, yeah.
We've been through that. They've been movies about that.
Well, Star Wars never really does that. It never really. I mean, Star Wars, the movies at least, never really exploit that. I mean, there was that comment saying if droids could think, there'd be none of us here anyway. Which is funny. Which is funny because it's quite obvious C-3PO and R2 actually think. Because I mean, C-3PO does question things.
Oh yeah. And
I mean, I always use C-3PO as actually being a human, almost like he actually is thinking, like he's a sentient person.
He's definitely a warrior, and also R2-D2 is something of a fucking unsung hero. You know what I'm saying? All the shit that he saved, or it. Or
oh yeah.
Well, yeah. Actually, I mean, it wasn't him. They would have blown out of the sky on Naboo, and Anakin would still be a slave.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, multiple occasions.
Hashtag R2-D2 is why the Empire rose. I'm just saying, if R2-D2 didn't exist, the Empire would never come, or at least, sorry, Darth Vader would never have been a thing.
More like Jar Jar Binks, really, because Jar Jar is the one who actually gave the Emperor power.
What Jar?
Yeah,
what? Oh, Jar Jar. Yeah. Oh yeah. I know everyone hates Jar Jar Binks, but I don't know. I kind of like it. I liked him as a kid because again, I watched him when I was younger, which I thought he was pretty funny. And as an adult, I understand why people don't like him, but I just think the hate that I mean,
what a lazy character.
You take Jar Jar over Rey. Like after what they've done with these latest movies, it's like Jar Jar at least is not some type of attempt to force politics down my throat. He's just like a clown, basically. Yeah, I'll take a clown over some feminists and stuff any day.
For sure.
I know so many people gave George Lucas shit for his issues of writing. This was way worse.
Oh yeah, say what you will about the prequels. They were fucking corny and fucking the humor.
At least they felt like Star Wars, yeah.
Exactly. At least they were a cohesive story.
Oh yeah, I hate the humor in the new movies. Like that whole Chrome Dome joke. It's like, what is that?
Yeah.
Like what? That's not a Star Wars thing. That's so stupid.
I agree. Or like milking some goddamn titties off some fucked up alien.
Yeah, it's like, what is that? And then he drinks like he's drinking like alcohol and stuff. It's like he's like, oh yeah, and stuff.
Jesus.
All right, lads.
It's like seriously.
I'm gonna check out.
Oh sure, yeah.
Yeah. Same time next week.
Yeah, it should be unless something comes up. Yeah.
All right. Well, talk to you online. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
See you later, dude.
See you, Ricardo.
Bye.
Yeah.
UFC fight I need to attend tonight.
Oh, what?
A UFC fight.
Oh, UFC fight.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I know a lot of people love UFC because that's a huge thing, but I don't know. I guess I'm watching fights never interests me. I guess but I see how people love it. Yeah.
To wrestle in high school. I took Shotokan like afterwards, boxed in the Navy, kickboxed in the Navy, and took jiu-jitsu when I got out. So I'm kind of in it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not a professional fighter by any stretch. Like, fuck that. No thanks.
I like martial art. I guess I like watching it in movies more. If I'm going to watch martial arts, I just like watching, especially Jackie Chan, the fact that he's like a superhero, with all his stunts.
Dude, but you learn so much from just watching UFC, like fucking as far as takedown defenses, shit like that. It's real shit though. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no fairy tales, and you do see motherfuckers get fucked over by the judges. Like the judges can be crooked sometimes.
You should check out like the lightsaber combat forms because in the actual expanded universe, because like Star Wars developed an entire like fighting style to show you the different forms for lightsaber combat. It's really cool. It's like some of them are based off of actual fencing styles, one's a more finesse and quick style, another's like a power style.
Oh yeah.
It's really cool, yeah.
No, I've seen those. As a matter of fact, Palpatine was like really talented in like forms 3 and 5. Apparently, when I think
Palpatine's is form 6. He's form 6, yeah, which is like taking 6. Yeah, he's like taking bits and pieces from everything. He's like has a mixed form, and then Darth Vader's like form 5, because form 5 is like the power style because you have to be like really big and intimidating.
But Palpatine, Palpatine himself hated the lightsaber because he felt like a Sith should be able to. I mean, he always kept one on him, but he didn't necessarily like
using it
because he thought that it's much better to get your power by
the Force
means and oh no, I'm saying like scheming and
like he's a manipulator.
Like very much so. But no, you're
very
exactly
classic
right.
Sith, yeah.
But even his fucking master. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of lore shit, like reading back
Oh
just
yeah.
like last week.
Oh yeah, I used to binge. Like I used to spend 2 hours, yeah, on Wikipedia binging that stuff. It's taking all information. It's like it's freaking amazing, yeah. But oh yeah, see that's what I like about it. Is like what I like about it is how when it comes to Sith, they're just many different types of Sith that you can model yourself after. You know, you can be the more philosophical, you know, scholar type Sith, or you can be the straight up battle master Siths who like to use lightsabers and force abilities to fight massive amounts of people.
Hell yeah. No, I mean exactly. Damn. I've been reading up on that. One of my favorite subjects is like the extended novel universes or whatnot.
Okay, yeah.
It was like the most powerful fucking Jedi.
Oh yeah.
Ever.
Oh yeah. No, Grandmaster Luke would have like raped Kylo Ren in those movies stuff. Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, no, I'm going. Oh, here's what's gonna happen. Kylo Ren has a scar. I'm going to use my what's the car?
His final
Shatterpoint. Shatterpoint. I'm gonna use my Shatterpoint to find any wound on your body and rip it open.
Exactly.
And cause it explode. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's literally what a Shatterpoint is. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of looking at the lightsaber forms, and I remember from Knights of the Old Republic, you could actually switch different forms that you use. Yeah.
I do. Yeah, if I was in Star Wars, yeah. Like I think my main forms would be like, Form 5 is one of them. I also like Form 2, and Form 3 would be cool because Form 3 is like the defensive style that Obi-Wan uses.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like Form 3 and 2 would be really good because Form 3 allows you to deflect lightsabers and lasers. And then Form 2 would be like if I want a quick kill and stuff, like to quickly take out an opponent. And then Form 5 is if, I have to like use more power and stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But a lot of people love Form 4 because that's Ataru, the one that Yoda uses to flip around where you're like jumping.
Well,
yeah, it's acrobatics, you see, yeah.
That's only good if you're like as maneuverable as Yoda, though.
Well, interesting enough, a guy did a video on why he thinks actually Qui-Gon Jinn was the better Ataru user because he was actually able, like that fight with Darth Maul, I think lasted like 15 minutes. And Ataru is a very like physically taxing style because you're like spinning and jumping around and doing a lot of acrobatics and stuff. So like, yeah, he was able to actually do it pretty well because Ataru is kind of modeled after the idea that you're supposed to do very quick and powerful bursts of energy with your lightsaber techniques. And normally it seems like Ataru is good for when you basically mix it with a more defensive style to hold back on just to conserve your energy so you don't get killed. Like, you shouldn't use Ataru as a pure style without mixing it. Otherwise, you'll probably be vulnerable to getting taken down.
Yep.
Yeah, it's terrible with multiple opponents, yeah.
I got food in my mouth. I apologize.
Okay.
That's all right.
But yeah, Ataru is terrible with multiple opponents because it's very precision-oriented where you have to focus on one enemy and not multiples.
Oh yeah. As far as Darth Maul, I'm kind of reading up on it, and so far I know that he uses Form 6 and 7, Nimman and
7.
Juyo. Juyo, yeah.
Yeah, Juyo is basically considered like the Sith form because it normally involves using very negative, like rage. Like you have to focus your rage and stay in control so you can like, channel it to be very powerful.
The reason why he used so many lightsaber forms though is because he was very weak in the Force. Like,
Darth Maul.
Yeah, that's why Palpatine taught him like almost nothing but like lightsaber forms because his actual.
I thought he was kind of strong in the Force. It's not like not the strongest.
No, he was. Well, according to the shit that I was.
Okay.
But I mean, Darth Maul. The reason why he defeated Qui-Gon Jinn because Qui-Gon Jinn is supposed to be like really aggressive and acrobatic. Doesn't that mean like since Qui-Gon was he basically used the Force and the lightsaber techniques equally, but Darth Maul was better at hand-to-hand better at combat.
Well, the thing is that I guess with we think about it back in that time before Darth Maul showed up. The Jedi never really used their lightsabers in lightsaber combat because the Sith have been extinct for basically like 1,000 years. So most of the combat the Jedi saw were with like blasters and like, you know, laser opponents. And aside from like the occasional like, you know, sparring with other Jedi masters, they never really, you know, had in combat, you know, tech fights with dark side users. So the, you know, his style was kind of obsolete by the time that the prequels are coming around. Whereas Jedi from a long time ago, they had to fight a lot more Sith and dark side users, so they actually had to be prepared to fight with lightsabers. Yeah.
That would explain it.
Yeah, that's the reason why a lot of people theorize that Jedi back in like the Old Republic era are far stronger and more combat ready compared to Jedi of Qui-Gon's time, because I think they were in a recession, so they just weren't as compared to previous Jedi. So like Bastila Shan, Satele Shan, and Revan, I think they could easily like defeat most of the prequel Jedi because of how battle ready they were. Yeah.
Yeah, but actual Jedi during Qui-Gon's time had to deal with like their apprentices that would say fuck the order. He had an issue with one of his apprentices.
Oh yeah, I think he had to kill with one of his friends. Yeah, they turned to the dark side and he had to kill him.
Yeah, especially after like the closest thing he had to a lover was like a student or a classmate of his coming up, one of his apprentices in one of the books.
Yeah, because that was the thing about the expanding universe. The expanding universe basically Qui-Gon as being like the black sheep of the Jedi, or like he wasn't as like he was very rebellious in a sense to like their wishes.
Well, to their dogma. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, to their dogma. Yeah. But yeah, like, but in the expanded universe, like in the Old Republic era, like, you know, a lot of Jedi fell to the dark side. That's the thing is, so they had to deal with Sith. They also had to deal with Jedi. So, Republic era, you know, the Jedi, in my opinion, were more combat ready. Like they were definitely more ready to take, you know, to assume the role as generals, soldiers to fight for the Republic and challenge all enemies. You know.
Oh yeah.
But in the prequels, the Jedi were kind of more skeptical. Not skeptical, but they were more weary because they had been through so many wars throughout so many thousand years. Yeah.
Not only that, they were kind of cocky. I mean, there were so many of them. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the interesting about that is that the Jedi basically were the Jedi were shielded from seeing the return of the Sith by manipulation stuff, you know, to cloud their judgment, which is why this happened.
Yep, and also one of the issues that Qui-Gon had with him was he was worried that the Jedi Order was just becoming another cog in like the whole political fucking.
Well, the Jedi Order. The Jedi Order. The ironic thing is the Jedi Order was less political in Qui-Gon Jinn's time compared to what they were back a long time ago. Because back a long time ago, Jedi were definitely part of the Republic Army. You know.
Exactly.
Were more involved in war. So yeah. That's just that's a funny irony, yeah. I think most people's problem with the Jedi in the prequel in that time period was that they were more they were less effective. Like they were very you know, shuffling their feet. They weren't very as affirmative, you know. Like they would basically kind of hold back and let things play out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been kind of because of the fact that really in the original trilogy, it kind of shows that like that the Old Republic, if we're talking like Knights of the Old Republic or the Old Republic, that was like probably. I was actually kind of thinking that was probably like the most advanced stage of the Jedi, and then the Clone Wars was kind of just them.
Recession,
yeah. It kept receding until like the original trilogy, where really all it really is just tapping lightsabers.
Well, the thing is that the Jedi. Up until then, the Jedi basically refused to allow kids, people who weren't very, very young kids, into the Order, because a long time ago they used to fall to the dark side. So they developed a dogmatic view of training Jedi from when they're really, really, really young, like the most impressionable age, so that they can basically get rid of all their emotions, because it basically prevents them from going to the dark side. You know, that's why Anakin was considered too old, because he was already old enough that he had his own dogmas and basically, was not as impressionable compared to the really young kids.
He had attachments also, like his mom and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's why that's why the Jedi started to recruit children. It's because of
the potential of falling to the dark side.
Oh, okay.
That and Yoda was a huge pedophile.
Yeah,
if you guys ever saw that Dave Chappelle fucking skit, that shit was great.
No, I didn't see that skit.
Oh, look that one up. Dave Chappelle Yoda sometime.
Hashtag Me Too and stuff. There are not enough women on the Jedi Council, and all those women had to deal with the harassment of those sick Jedi masters and stuff.
That's right. It was like fucking Harvey Weinstein, but like times 10. It was fucked up.
Well,
maybe Kevin Spacey would be better.
Well, wasn't there? Okay, because who's Harvey Weinstein then?
I have no idea. Did I say that right? Who's the other dude that got fucking busted with all that?
You mean Polanski? I know Roman Polanski. Like, you know, he like got an award even though he raped a girl and stuff.
Oh yeah, he fled the country to fucking escape punishment for that, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Meryl Streep is getting shit for like her defense of people. Yeah, serves her right.
No, wasn't there a Weinstein or some shit like that just had like a whole shitload of sexual assault?
So you mean a relative, like a relative of his or something?
Yeah, just some dude.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I have no. I haven't been following that lately.
Like suck his dick, you get the part, basically.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
The girls knew what the fuck the deal was. They can't act like they didn't. It was prostitution more than it was fucking rape, I think.
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, if someone like consents to it and stuff, and it's like there's no blackmail really. It's not. Yeah, you can't really call it rape. It's more like taking advantage of someone.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
but they trying to make it seem like it's someone trying to make it seem like it's rape.
I suppose. I have no idea. I really don't follow Hollywood that well. I just laugh at.
Well, I don't really follow you. I'm kind of tuned out because I just feel like it's just bullshit now.
Exactly.
It's just funny seeing a very progressive media outlet get all this crap out of them. It's like hilarious as shit and stuff.
Oh yeah, no, I agree with that. That's fantastic.
No, I'm saying I follow Hollywood more once they start hiring conservatives back in again. They start like, you know, they start sharing the medium, so you know, conservatives can start making their own films. But
I think that's too corrupt already.
I know, so that means they have to hit rock bottom and die out before they can like resurrect themselves again and try something different. But I just feel like because I feel like when an industry has both conservatives and like left wing and right wing people, it balances itself out better because then you have a lot more ideas flying around.
Well, not only that, but you have a bigger audience also. That's one of the reasons that this new Star Wars movie that we're talking about was so goddamn divisive. You basically just fucking tried to push politics down like the fucking country's throat, and
you didn't give us anything new.
And also the country does not even believe the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least half the country could gave a fuck about any feminist propaganda, fucking forced diversity bullshit, or that whole the fucking rich are always getting richer and the poor is always getting poorer, which is complete. Yeah. All three of which are complete lies.
I know. Yeah, I know.
As far as like the
the strong female captain did not trust her crew enough to tell her what they were actually planning. Not even the guy who blew up the freaking Death Star in the first film.
She was a literal purple-haired feminist archetype. Are you shitting me? What the fuck?
That had to be it. Yeah, you must think that's crazy. That's like a laugh joke.
Oh yeah.
No, dude, it's the truth. Only in 2017. Go for it, Florence. My bad.
Yeah, I honestly kind of because really, Heir to the Empire is the real Episode 7 to me, and I kind of wished that they.
Wait, which one's Heir to the Empire? It sounds familiar.
The Thrawn trilogy.
Oh yeah, Thrawn. Yeah, that's what a lot of people were saying is that Thrawn. They should use Thrawn and stuff. Like, yeah, that would have been great.
Oh yeah, that Heir to the Empire should have been Episode 7, and they adapted into a movie just like they did with the Clone Wars animated movie back in
The one problem, is that Thrawn happens like not too long after episode 6.
Yeah.
So, basically they wanted to see, the problem is they want to bring back the original actors because, nostalgia purposes, and they effed it up big time. So, they're all going to be older people. So, you couldn't really do that because Thrawn takes place. So the only thing that they could have done was basically, have the stories that feature their kids, like, like Ben Skywalker and like, Anakin Solo and Jaina Solo, which actually could have worked, but it's just, they just effed everything up with changing the continuity.
Oh yeah, but I was actually kind of thinking that I mean they could still adapt Heir to the Empire. It's just that they would have to make it into an animated movie, like with the 2009 Clone Wars movie.
Yeah, but no, I would have loved to see a movie based upon the Jedi Knights, like the Dark Forces series. Kyle Katarn.
Oh yeah.
Oh, have you guys seen those games? Because they're really good. Like Jedi Outcast is a great game.
I just started watching someone's walkthrough of the first one.
I never played.
Oh yeah, essentially Dark Forces 1, I think it's 1, or maybe it's not 2, it's 1. Basically Dark Forces 1 is what Rogue One is, where it's basically about stealing the plans for the Death Star, and like Kyle Katarn is the one who stole the plans for the Death Star. So yeah, and then Dark Forces 2 I think involves him becoming a Jedi or something like that. I forget, but yeah, then there's then he gives up being a Jedi eventually because he almost fell to the dark side or something like that. And then he comes back as a Jedi. And then there's like Jedi Academy, like Jedi Knights Jedi Academy, which features like an original character and not Kyle Katarn.
Yeah.
But I feel like that would have made a really cool trilogy where you start off, Kyle Katarn, trying to steal the things to the Death Star. And then the next movie is him as a Jedi, becoming a Jedi and giving it up. And then the third movie is Jedi Outcast, where he basically is once again, doing his own thing. And then he decides to come back because, someone he loves gets killed by a Dark Force user.
Oh, yeah.
See, like, that's a good character arc. See, that's a character arc right there where it's like you start off as normal, then turn out that you can use the Force. Then you become a Jedi, and then because of like a traumatic experience, you decide to quit being a Jedi, and then you come back and stuff and embrace that you are a Jedi and stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah. But yeah. Oh, you can go, Qual.
It sounds like too good of a movie with not enough feminist bullshit. Man, it'll never fly
I know.
in Hollywood right now.
I know. It's like, but again, it's like that. Again, that's character development. But that's character development. Like that's what I loved about Revan was the fact that it's like the idea that they erase his memory so they could find out where the Starforge was, the secret weapon that they were using in Knights of the Republic. Which I think is really great. How you kind of go through. You're trying to find redemption or potentially go back to who you are and stuff.
Hell yeah, and that fine bitch fucking turns to the dark side and you get to fucking fuck her at the end. That's some badass shit. I love that game.
Wait, what? What are we talking?
I'm sorry, we are talking about Knights of the Republic, right?
Yeah, you're talking about Bastille Sean.
Hell yeah, that sweet ass fucking.
Wait, you actually get to fuck? Wait, did they actually show the fucking stuff?
No, it was way too early for that. Like, you don't get that kind of service until like Dragon Age 3 with that fucking company.
I know, okay, but yeah, that's the thing.
Or Major Dragon Origins.
Yeah, one of the hilarious things, like, see, that's what makes all this stuff so stupid is they act like of all the series to accuse of not having enough women, Star Wars is the last thing you want to do. There's like so many female characters in the expanded universe. Like, you have you have Jaina Solo, you have Mara Jade. I mean, like literally Mara Jade is considered, I think they consider like the best Star Wars character. Like they say she's the most complex out of all of them in the expanded universe. So it's like it's just mind-boggling how they could accuse Star Wars of basically not having enough female characters.
Well, look, man, if they wanted to go the powerful route, they could just, what was her name? Dahlia or some shit like that. Who was the mother of fucking destruction or whatnot? It was one of the last ones.
Oh, Aboleth, you mean?
She was.
Yeah, you mean the woman
Aboleth,
who represents the Force?
Yes.
Yeah, the twins.
Absolutely.
She had the
went to both Force Wells. Well, they weren't hers to start with. She was stranded on the planet, right? But like, she took up the role as the mother because it was the father, and she was able to keep the brother and sister from quarreling. But yeah, Abila. That was that. There you go. You want a strong. You want an overpowered fucking female character that actually makes sense. That's her. Fucking. That could have been a fucking sick ass movie. And you could have brought in Luke's fucking daughter and fucking son.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. That's the thing it's like literally you could literally take Rey and make her Jaina Solo and actually do her good because Jaina Solo actually trained to be a Jedi and stuff. And then you could take basically Kylo Ren and make him Jason Solo because that's basically what they are and stuff. And you could have had like Ben Skywalker be the main character and stuff. Yeah.
Kylo and is, therefore you compared to Jason Solo, Kylo is so fucking watered down though. Jesus Christ, you talk about a badass.
Oh yeah, and it's like again, it's like Star Wars has always had a traditionalist slant to it, but this new movies are like F tradition because that was the thing. If you were to take it in actual Star Wars, Ben Skywalker, or at least one of his children, would have been the successor to him. You know, he would have passed on his lightsaber to his son or daughter and stuff, saying, it's your order now. That's what he would have done. Yeah.
The pure character assassination of fucking Luke is just disgusting in this fucking movie.
It's like we watched two movies. You know, we watched basically, The Empire Strikes Back, which confirmed that Luke's character, regardless of what other people said, would go out to save people, his friends. He wouldn't have gone into exile like that. That's just BS, yeah.
Yep. It was just a bad movie overall. Like, the politics were bad, everything about it were fucking just disgusting.
Oh, yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's just, it's an example where these people, like Disney, like the other hacks in Hollywood, they don't understand the series and they butcher it because they have these really ridiculous and bad notions on what they think is the right choice to go,
Well, that fucking crazy bitch who's in charge of Lucas now is like, about crazy feminist and fucking even has t-shirts which are feminist looking. The Force is female.
The Force is
holy shit. This is what I.
First of all, that is insane.
This is exactly
that is very transphobic.
No, go for it. What are you
That's
saying?
very transphobic because the Force is clearly gender neutral.
That is true. Like, I don't see the Force as having a sex. You know what I'm saying? That's ridiculous.
I mean, okay, fine. Here's a good example. They say the Force has a will, yes, but since you use it as a tool, that's like basically me grabbing a wrench and saying, "Hey, this wrench is female. This wrench is female right here and stuff."
Wow.
Oh, dude, you better grab that. You better grab that Force by the pussy, son. Like, that's funny shit.
Oh yeah. Oh, that needs to be a meme. Grab the Force by the pussy and stuff.
Hell yeah. Nah, let's make it happen.
Yeah,
make it happen.
When you create, the wound in the Force and like from KOTOR 2,
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that's basically a sense that means you would basically penetrate the Force and stuff.
You raped it. That's what happened.
You got
raped.
Force rape.
Yeah. Force rape.
Yeah. Yeah. It's Force rape. Yeah.
I feel like I was force raped after that fucking movie, but damn. But no.
Did you say you commented on you commented on that or something?
No. That's something that I said in my comments to the I Love Comics video that he put out, saying, "Could you explain why this is a SJW movie?" And I was like, "Holy shit!" I was like, "Well, the maker of the movie was SJW. She fucking went through like 4 directors because of quote unquote creative differences. No, that's not going to be a good movie. Let's try to do it like this." She was like,
"Is that really?
You know what I'm saying?
Is that what she did?"
Yeah, that's a fact, dude. But
so who are the other directors? Who are the directors? Who are the list? Who are the director list?
I'll pull them up for you.
Okay, I'm very curious to know who are the options. Yeah, because there were like several names mentioned, if I remember correctly, for episode 7.
Yeah, well, you said something about the Force being feminist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who said that? Me? No, the Force is not feminist. But like what that bitch said in charge of Lucas.
Yeah, was, Kathleen or something. Is there any Kathleen or?
Yes, Kathleen.
Oh no, wait, I thought. Oh yeah, because I thought that was Anita Sarkeesian because she put out a video with that title.
No. That was It was a T-shirt. I don't know who made the T-shirt, but yeah, the woman who owns Lucasfilms now, yeah, from like after George Lucas sold it, she had the T-shirt, wearing a T-shirt with a bunch of other female fans.
Yeah, saying the Force is female, not necessarily the Force is feminist, but I mean, read between the lines that it's feminist.
But yeah, to say something that ridiculous and that stupid, you have to be like, like one of that, like a feminist.
Yeah. But yeah, that's a fact. Google that shit. Like you'll find that shit no problem.
The Force
Let me
is
see if I can.
female. Well, I'll say like this, like magic is male and stuff. The magic is male.
No,
MM.
yeah, if you're talking about the memes, the magic memes, no, I don't.
Or or like fantasy, fantasy novels say magic is male or something like that.
I tend to try to not give inanimate objects gender. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just me.
Yeah, and that's just dumb. I mean, these are the same people complain like, oh, God is female and stuff. It's like, oh, who cares? I mean, you can
male or female, to be completely honest. I think that's stupid. I mean, don't get me wrong. It depends on which God we're talking about. If it's Zeus, then of course it's male. If it's the Christian Judeo,
well, as a Catholic, I
male.
just identify him as male, and it's like if you don't like God being male, then it's like there's plenty of our religions to convert to, or heck, start your own church or sect.
Yeah, I've heard that stupid shit before. Like, God must be a female, and I'm like, where? In the history of time, that makes zero sense. You know what I'm saying? Considering like how. Before Florence, my bad.
Oh no, you can go.
Oh no, I'm just looking this shit up. I'm just saying, fucking, it's ridiculous. Like somebody who is a Christian Judeo would say something stupid like that. It sounds like something a dumbass feminist would say.
Oh yeah, well there are they're like progressive Christians, and I can't stand those people because it's like they're always trying to pick and choose what they believe in, and they're like support this total bullshit. It's like, hey, you're basically supporting the persecution of religious freedom and stuff, by supporting these SJWs, and they're not going to convert to Christianity.
Exactly.
I know it's just pathetic. Yeah, it's cucked Christians basically.
Oh yeah. But going back to what you said about the whole like I think one of you guys said that it was what was it that was racist or sexist to kind of like oh man, I forgot what you were but I kind of forgot what you guys said. I think it was something about being afraid to make a black character or a female character or something like that. Or what?
You mean not?
I don't remember saying that.
What, people not being able to write them? You mean?
No, I thought never mind.
It's all good. What was your point on that though? Despite like what we were talking about, what were you going to add?
Oh, it's just that kind of reminded me of Jen Marichu. That we kind of talked about this in the Discord, me and Qualt. But there's this YouTuber who kind of she gives like advice for writers and all that, and she used to be really, really good, and I still use some of her. I still use some of her methods, but just recently she was just kind of like, well, if you don't like gender swap your characters to be like, or to be like more diverse, then, there's something wrong with you. And I'm thinking, there are actually like black creators like Kwanzaa who would, really, really hesitate on making a white character in their comics. So why aren't you saying anything about that?
Well, yeah, who's gender swapped Wonder? I mean, there was like an alternate universe where she is gender swapped, I think. But it's like, Wonder Woman. It's like, it's like no one gender swaps Wonder Woman basically ever. So because the feminists would lose their mind.
Yeah, in that universe, all the characters are gender swapped. It's not like even Marvel had like a gender swapped universe.
Well, after this whole Marvel thing, after this whole Marvel fiasco, I would thought it'd be really funny to take Black Panther and turn him white and stuff, just to watch all the people rage.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I guess I would have Black Panther, like another character who people thought was the actual Black Panther. He just, is filling in for him, and he happens to be white. And when he reveals himself, everyone's shocked that he's white and stuff. Yeah, it's a little reversal. It's like,
I'm just going over my history on YouTube and my YouTube history. Did you guys ever check out Just Some Guys' Last Jedi fucking review?
No, I didn't
SJW mess.
I didn't see that one.
It's fucking great. You should check that out. It's fantastic.
So, did you find the list of directors or nah?
I'm looking for it right now. I'm trying to figure out which video it is. One of these videos is like 2.5 fucking hours long.
It's a video, not like a list.
It was a list, but it was on a YouTube video I was watching, and I watched a lot of shit here.
Well, if you find it, you can just message us the thing.
As soon as I will, I'll drop it in our fucking our private chat logs.
Okay.
For sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Our group chat.
Yeah.
But no, what you were saying, Florence, I think that's totally ridiculous. Like, you're talking about somebody's creative property, basically. You want to take somebody's creative property and then you want to fucking change it to what you think it should be, and I think that's stupid, all for the sake of quote-unquote diversity. That is fucking ridiculous.
Make your own characters.
Like, make your own fucking character and stop fucking trying to cuck mine. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I mean, that's most of the characters I make are white and stuff. And a lot of them are actually men. I mean, I have some female characters, but for me, it's easier to write male characters, I guess, probably because I'm a man. But yeah, a lot of them actually. I mean, a good majority of them are white. I mean, I have some black characters and non-white characters, but yeah.
No, like whenever I'm like writing a character, I emulate them off of people that I know. So their personality traits tend to be pieces of their personality tend to be put into that particular character. You know what I'm saying? And it's got to do with looks or whatever. I mean,
how I
don't give a fuck.
Yeah, how I do is I kind of like I think of like a concept and a personality trait and kind of mold it from there.
Exactly.
Like, again, it's like with Seth talked about earlier, a character who's the son of Asmodeus, the demon of lust, he's going to be very perverted, have like a perverted sense of humor and, personality. And then a character who's like the son of Satan, the demon of wrath, he's going to be angry, have some serious issues and stuff. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So I like to have a character's like personality kind of matched up with their powers in a sense, because some people have characters that are like, they have these powers, but it kind of has no correlation with their personality. You know what I mean?
Yeah, or it's the exact opposite of their personality.
Well, yeah, it's like with Superman. Superman's powers, his personality matches almost perfectly with his powers,
Sure, exactly.
Yeah. So I like that. I always like, see, my superheroes, I like the archetype superheroes that you see like in DC Comics, like the Justice League, because I always find that's really fun. But I do occasionally do like, anti-heroes that are kind of like, the darker.
Oh, yeah.
Ones, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I try to keep it easy on joke heroes. I do have some joke characters, but I don't want them to be like the forefront of things because, I feel like one of the things I don't like about some modern day comics is that they'll take joke characters and try to sell them as much as possible, like Deadpool and Harley Quinn.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because that just gets annoying after a while. I mean, like, I really love Bat Knight, but I would like give him maybe like one like ongoing series maybe. But I wouldn't try to have him give him like 3 series at once or something like that.
Oh, yeah. Wait, yeah, because that's kind of ridiculous. Like how, I mean, I love Harley Quinn and Deadpool is pretty freaking cool, but like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, keep going, yeah.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, enough's enough,
Yeah, no, if I had a choice, I'd rather take a Batman comic because at least with his powers and like what he is as a character, you have a lot more creative freedom that you can go with, since he's like a 5th dimensional imp. Whereas Harley Quinn, there's only so much you can do.
Oh yeah.
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 I do hope they bring. Oh yeah.
Oh, nothing you can go.
Oh, I was saying I do hope they bring back like the super pets. Like it'd be cool if they gave them their own ongoing series.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really know if this might actually be possible, but Green Lantern someday did Hal Jordan ever actually marry Carol Ferris or something like that?
Girlfriends? I don't think they did actually. They were like girlfriends, and then she became like Star Sapphire.
Yeah, because I could actually maybe see Green Lantern and Starfire probably, well, if not getting married,
Star Sapphire.
Yeah, if not get married, at least have kids who might end up kind of bridging that or something like that. I'm not really sure, but
it's just the problem is that it seems like comic books they may fix it, but it seems like characters are not allowed to have families and have kids anymore. I mean, some do, but it's just sometimes they just don't want them to progress like that because they're kind of stuck in a loop.
Oh yeah.
You know, like they like especially during New 52, it's like everyone had to be single, which was really annoying.
Yeah, that was.
Which is probably gonna be. Well, it's also because all the writers are single as well. Because none of these writers have kids, and are in like healthy relationships and stuff. Yeah.
Which is kind of funny because me personally, I'm like in my early 20s, and I'm like, that's kind of one thing that I really like about these kind of about a certain story is actually seeing like a family dynamic.
Oh yeah, like Batman has a family and the Flash has a family, and even Superman and stuff. So that's me. It's like I always then I actually in my stories I actually kind of try to make an incentive for at least to have characters with families.
Hell yeah, that's something I hated about fucking One More Day. Spider-Man was in a stable relationship. Like fucking, don't get me wrong, he still had his shit he had to deal with and stuff like that until One More Day. It felt like they were using their biggest fucking book to promote stupid feminist bitches. Like they kept hooking them up with dumb feminist characters, like fucking Carol Danvers after she went all fucking tits up.
Yeah, but
you know what I'm saying?
Plus, isn't Carol Danvers a lot older than Peter?
Not really. Not age-wise, not really. Are we talking publication-wise? What are we talking about here? Actual character? No.
I thought age-wise in the story. I mean, I don't know. I always feel like Carol Danvers, like, I mean, I always think of Peter as being a young guy, so I always feel like that seems like that's a MILF.
No way. Before
going after young guys.
Not that isn't hot. That's pretty hot. But like, no. So
Well, again, I just thought that's kind of creepy that he would hook up with Carol Danvers. Because it seems like that's little.
Before One More Day, Peter was like in his fucking mid-30s. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I know.
He had been doing this thing
when
for a
minute. People think of Peter, they still think he's in the 20s. Still in college.
That might have came with that fucking making a deal with the devil bullshit. But it seems like ever since the Marvel Now shit, after you had the 2016 Secret War shit, it seems like they have drawn and made Peter into a younger, dumber motherfucker. But then on the same token, like whenever you had Dan Slott's fucking whatever Superior Spider-Man shit, seems like Peter is getting younger and younger for some fucking reason.
I mean, well, yeah, and then again, it also doesn't help. I mean, it seems like Peter Parker is not really going to have a family if you have a bunch of single people writing him who have issues.
Oh, yeah, and also him being basically bullied by all these fucking female archetypes. I mean, one was a goddamn midget. Like, how fucking progressive can you get? Let's go down the hierarchy. He dated a midget. He dated a blonde-haired feminist in Carol Danvers before she got that was pre-op Carl Danvers. Then now he's dating fucking that other dumb feminist bitch whose book got canceled. So they insert her into his fucking title to push her feminist bullshit, which was fucking like Jesus. I can't think of anyone worse. Like, could you think of another worse character in maybe America Chavez? Let's see if he taps that fucking quote unquote pseudo Latino alien ass. That's but she probably wouldn't go for it because he's got a dick. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, it's like no, that wouldn't work.
Maybe the female Hawkeye next, seeing she likes to go after fucking campus rape culture shit, Ben Shapiro and Molly Yiannopoulos.
I know, it's like, I mean, she's like, it's so stupid. But no, it's like, no, if but that is actually a pretty interesting idea, Florence, is like giving, Green Lantern kids with Carol Ferris. I think that actually would be a pretty interesting, character turn.
Yeah, because I was actually kind of thinking, like, what if Green Lanterns or really any lanterns actually had, like, kids with other lanterns kind of, like, inner relationship type of deal, like what would their kids be like?
Well, I mean, it seems like, it's based upon their personality, so you'd see like a mixture, and kids could turn out either way. I mean, it's not going to get, I mean, it seems like kids can get their parents' lantern rings because they share similarities with their parents, but it's kind of like, but it's not a guarantee. So the lanterns get their rings based upon if their personality matches up.
Yeah, I was actually kind of thinking like Green Lantern and Star Sapphire, I was actually kind of thinking like maybe one of their kids might actually end up being a Red Lantern. Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That would be cool.
Everyone likes Red Lanterns.
Oh yeah.
I like Supergirl and she was Red Lantern. That was hot shit.
Yeah, I like Dexter. Dexter's my favorite.
Look, guys, I gotta go. Damn, I gotta prepare for tonight and shit, and shave and shower.
Yeah,
I should
probably cut it off now too. So
yeah.
Anyway, yeah, it was really nice talking to you guys and people watching the stream. If you are more interested, then subscribe to my channel or Florence or Waltzilla's channels.
Subscribe to my Twitter. That way you can catch all my hijinks.
Yeah, you're like, yeah, your Twitter account's like at Waltzilla, right?
Yeah, it's Gwaltzilla. Gwaltzilla.
Yeah, Gwaltzilla.
Don't ask me how I did that.
Yeah.
I pulled some trickery to get that shit done.
What's your address, Florence, for Twitter?
Oh, it's at Gamaliel Perales. I'll probably just tell you in the I'll probably just DM you what it's spelled like.
Oh, so yeah, I can find it myself if I'm not lazy and put it in the description. And yeah, my Twitter address is at obnoxious_virus. Yeah. So anyway, it was really nice talking to you guys, and we are going to end the stream.